Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
We've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. Strixhaven has now been released on Arena. And we are continuing to play it ourselves and explore this new standard season.
Yes.
Got some cool decks. I know your first deck, it comes from a likely source, I'll say.
Yeah. It comes from Mr. Brad Nelson, my older brother. He, Brad is a big fan of Strixhaven cards, kind of tweaking decks, not really fully reshaping decks. And that makes sense to me. So this deck is basically just Andre Mangucci's 4-color Doomfortold list that he played at League Weekend last weekend with these two new additions as just upgrades. Callous Bloodmage is kind of a knockoff Omen of the Sun if you want against aggro, or drawing a card to make sure you curve into Binding the Old Gods or Doomfortold or something. And then exiling target player's graveyard, probably going to be one of the most relevant ones when we get into the real world up against rogues and stuff like that. So interested in this, and then just a great removal spell for 2 mana that I think is going to be extremely effective.
Yeah, and on my side, I'm trying out a Boros Party aggro deck.
Woo!
Party is a mechanic I've tried to make work several times. We got kind of close during the last preview season with an Abzan list.
Yeah, that list was cool.
That worked out reasonably well. This is a different take on it with a couple new cards. The key one here is a Venerable Warsinger. Not only is it a cleric, which hits one of our creature types, but it can return key creatures with key types from our graveyard to the battlefield. This list is light on rogues, only has Robber of the Rich.
Okay.
So just aren't really good rogues. It's a little light on wizards. With Ardent Electromancer and the newly printed Star Pupil. So we get an additional wizard, which is a type that we were lacking in before. Another 1-drop. When I was trying party lists last preview season, I noted that I want them to be really low curve so you can get onto the battlefield really quickly and take advantage of them. So having an extra 1-drop is nice. It combos with Luminarch Aspirant, which is in the deck as a cleric.
Yep, that's pretty sweet.
Which is cool. And then Venerable Warsinger can return, just key creatures that you get. You have a lot of clerics, a lot of redundancy with that creature type in particular. So normally your clerics are low value targets for removal, but Warsinger, flips the script there and is a high value target, which will leave your party intact, hopefully.
And something I can't cast with the new removal spell, Vanishing Verse. So
yeah,
a little tricky there. So we'll see some good of Vanishing Verse, and we'll see some bad with that card. Just over standard to see if it's a main deckable card, see if it's just a great sideboard card. Who knows,
I think it's just a very easily main deckable card for decks that can cast it.
Yeah, I just think of every adventure creature. It's just going to be so good against those.
And it's adventure creatures and the Great Henge.
Yeah, adventure creatures lead to the Great Henge, or Vivians or something like that. Goldspan Dragon, having that versatility where it's like Heartless Axe sure kills a lot of those things, but it doesn't take out the Henge that is quite great. So
yeah. And there's going to be cards that it doesn't hit. Like Tibalt, like Venerable Warsinger that we just saw, Yorion. There's a few, but you can be aware of the cards that it doesn't hit and gear the rest of your removal suite to make sure you have answers to those.
Yep, checks out. All right, I see marbles over there, so I will be beginning. I guess we did tie, but
I won the previous show, so you get to start on the play.
So I'll be going first, and all right, that's a heinous start. Good old 6-lander there. One more blue source, and we can keep this with an Omen. But
you mean a 6-speller?
6-speller, yeah, 6-land. All right, how's your hand?
It's not great.
Good.
I really wish some of these 2-drops were 1-drops.
Wait, you're saying you wish all your cards were cheaper in your deck? That's a great.
I just wish I had a curve instead of just a pile of 2-drops.
That's fair.
It's still a keep.
Okay. All right, I'm going to try this again. Awkward land there to draw. Okay, this is looking fine. Yeah, I think we can keep this. It's just a question of what do we put back. Definitely need this. Would say we want all these. So it's one of these lands. And I think I will just put back this forest. It's kind of a janky land in this deck anyways. I'll put this to the bottom. I got an Amiria's Call on the backside, and I'll pass to you.
I have a Plains.
All right. My Plains is cooler, but sure. Okay, then I got a plane.
Yours isn't even a plane.
An island. It's close enough.
No.
Creates.
I got a Hellblade.
All right. I have an Omen. Okay, those are interesting magical cards. Don't think I want this, but this one seems pretty decent to me. All right, we'll go top, bottom, draw that, untap. And I have a pathway. This deck is chock full of pathways. Really love it for the base 3-color decks, and then the splash of just a 4th color. All right, so I'm going to play Callous Bloodmage, and with Season Hollowblade, the 1/1 does seem pretty appealing to me. And I have some other stuff to do, so yeah, I'm just going to get a pass to you.
Yeah, play a little defense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have a Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay.
I'm going to put a counter on the Hallowblade and get in for 4.
Okay, and... yeah, I'll just take it. Go down to 16.
16. And then I will play a Star Pupil.
All right.
Pass the turn.
One tap a draw. Yeah, I think I just want to get a good magic card into play here and play a little defense. I got an Archon, and I will pass to you.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Okay, we hit a red source. That's nice.
Okay.
Always like that.
Drawing Fabled Passage on turn 4 instead of turn 3.
Let's get a mountain.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Robber the Rich.
Okay.
Another Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay, that's scary.
We're going to put both counters on the Robber and get in for 8.
And you do have less cards, so Robert does trigger.
Yeah, I have 2.
Okay, so you got an Omen.
Cool beans.
Yeah, this is getting scary here. So I don't really want to put Archon in danger this turn, so I can't really kill Robber. So it's either do I want to do some chumping, maybe I can put Callous Bloodmage here to have you discard and also soak up some damage. Either way, it's not great for me. Yeah, I will block Hollowblade.
You have 3 in it?
3 in hand, yep.
Okay. I am going to pitch a Venerable Warsinger.
Okay. So I'll take 4 and I go to 12.
Yep, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay, not a bad draw. I'm going to go with an Elspeth's Nightmare on one of these. Get a 2/2 Pegasus. I'm going to play a Triome, and now I just got to debate if I want to attack with Archon, and I think I do. I'll attack for 3.
So I go to 17, you go to 15?
Yep. And I'll pass to you. So I know you got to have another spell in your hand just by discarding a good creature, so it's pretty safe to assume you at least got one good follow-up here.
Let's play an Usher of the Fallen.
Okay. Probably drew that.
Trying to decide where this Aspirant counter is going to go. Doesn't need to go on the Robber. Shouldn't go on the Aspirant because that's not going to attack anyway. I don't want to trade that for a Pegasus.
Yeah, it's a toughie.
Getting kind of punished for my play. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it on the Star Pupil.
Okay. And then when that dies...
It's like modular. I can move it over to a creature I control.
Cool.
Just to make sure that the pest doesn't have a good block.
Okay.
Send and trigger the Robber.
Nothing there, but you do have an Omen available to you. Yeah. Could block with the Pegasus. Could 5, 6, 7. Trying to think out my next few attacks to see what kind of clock I could put you under with my life linkers. I am just gonna block a Brad to the robber and take the 6, so gain 1, so take 5.
Brings you to 10.
Yep.
Thinking what land I want to leave untapped. I'm definitely casting this Omen.
Okay.
And
if only I could blink that Omen with my Yorion, that would be nice.
Can you? Don't you own it? Don't you?
I don't think so.
Doesn't Yorion say you own? Yeah.
You own end control. Own end control. That's the key.
Okay. So
yeah.
Okay. It says both.
Charming Prince is
just own.
Is just own. Yeah.
Okay. So my deck has. Yeah, I have more white 1-drops than red for sure. So let's leave up a plains, cast the Omen.
Okay.
Let's leave both of those on the bottom.
And draw a spell.
And pass the turn.
All right. Untap, draw. Check out what you got.
On your upkeep, actually, before you draw.
Okay.
This is going to go anyway, so in case Corey drew a sorcery speed removal spell for the Howlblade, I can just pitch the Ember Cleave.
Okay, yep.
I kept that on the turn before you played the Nightmare.
Yeah.
On the trade, figuring I've got the Omen to find the second red source. That's what's going to help me break through.
Punishing.
Yeah, I really wish I'd kept the War Singer.
Okay. Yep. Chapter 2.
So you get to see I have another robber.
Okay. And wow, I just drew the best possible, I think.
Is it Extinction Event?
No.
So
I will attack for 5.
I go to 12. You go to 15.
Yep. And then I will play a white land, and I have a Yorion. Blink out these, comes back in, 2 Pegasus. I will take out that, and then I will Omen. I suppose I can keep that magic card, and pass to you.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yep. That was a pretty good draw. How was my turn? I had a good turn mapped out here, but this is definitely better.
Well, I drew a pretty reasonable one myself because this completes my party.
Oh, and you can jump something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But all your stuff flies. You just got such a huge battlefield in the air. If you had bricked or something and I hit that, we might add something going. Really just needed the second red source. My mana base going back to bite me.
Yep.
As 2-color aggro decks.
Shouldn't do, but they do. Yeah.
So which one do I want to pump up? I kind of want to go robber so I can get a card off the top of your deck, see if I can hit something. I kind of want an extinction. Actually, maybe I'm supposed to hold this. I think
extinction.
Yeah, I think my way out of this game might just be to. You only have 2 cards.
So you have to play.
No, I don't. I can pitch one to the Howlblade and attack the Robber of the Rich.
That you can, but you have to tap it before combat. Because this triggers.
Yeah.
If you have equal cards.
If I'm gonna hit even, they're all gonna go away anyway.
Yep.
I think that might be my best way of getting back in this game.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I honestly I can't imagine any other way of doing it.
Yeah. You can also hit a removal spell like a Heartless Act or something for Archon. Archon's what's been really messing you up here.
Yeah. Well, if I say I went like Archpriest, Pump Robber, have it be a 5, and I hit Heartless Act to kill the Archon, you can take 5, go to 10, or you can trade for the Yorion, and then you just got some Pegasuses. That's also reasonable.
Yep.
That's actually pretty good.
I think I have more of those than Extinction Events.
Yeah. Let's try to do that. That sounds better to me.
Yeah, so this seems like this will be a binding or something.
Yeah. So we'll play Archpriest, target the robber, attack, trigger it.
Boing. Oh.
Okay. All right, let's sack the Archon.
Okay. Yeah, as far as 5 power goes, you're at...
I guess I can wait till blocks to do this. Yeah, let's just wait till blocks.
Okay.
I think this complicates your ability to block.
So it's a 5/5 now, huh?
Yeah, it's a 5/5 with a fly.
Yep. Yeah, I'll triple block with these.
Yeah. I'll hit the Archon before damage, so the Pegasus don't have lifelink.
Okay.
And then I'll definitely hit the Yorian.
Okay.
Same amount of power, 4 versus 4, but
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Pretty good. Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Chapter 2 does nothing. Now, how big is this?
This is currently a 3/2.
3/2. Okay. Now I can attack, and then as long as I have some blockers, this is just lethal next turn. You can rob her, of course, but that's not that big of a deal. So let's go with Elspeth's Nightmare on this. And Callous Blood Mage, get a pest, and attack for 6.
I'm at 6.
Pass to you. Presenting lethal.
You have 1 card in hand?
1 card.
Robber.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to fill up my party again.
Okay.
The robber also has reach, so it can actually block one of the Pegasuses next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Only have 1 card in hand. This is also a pretty good draw. Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do is put...
Then attack for 6. I won't
Okay.
die this turn. It's saving the time.
I was just going to put a counter on here, pump up a creature, probably the, one of these 2, get in for 5, and set up, but a removal spell gets me.
Removal does it. Yep, absolutely. Save you the time. That was a sweet game, but yeah, wow, that one Archon really flipped that game over.
Yeah, that's a tough card for me.
It really is, yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, we're still just playing the 2 pre, and then getting to sideboards with preview season here. The sideboards are starting to get a little bit more refined, so we're getting close to switching that up, but yeah, we'll still keep it like this.
Yep.
Rob, you got any cool questions from our lovely audience?
Not right now.
Everyone's just busy playing Arena while they're watching. I
Probably,
get it.
yeah.
I've been playing on my phone off camera here, doing some drafts, so I get it. All right. Yeah, the party mechanic seems really sweet. And the 2/2 I wanted to kill the whole time to the 2/2 wizard to eliminate your party shenanigans, but it's the worst thing to kill, so yeah, it did put me in a little bit of an awkward spot.
Yeah,
but lifelink is one heck of a mechanic.
One of the subtle things about building with the party mechanic is that you're going to have some creature types that are overrepresented. Mm-hmm. Usually you're not going to have a perfectly even split.
Yeah.
And you want the creatures that come from the underrepresented creature types to be creatures that they don't want to kill otherwise.
Yep.
Star Pupil definitely fits the bill there.
That is exactly that. Yep, 100%. All right, so now I'm going to be on the draw. This is definitely a much scarier situation for this deck since I have a lot of sorcery speed ways to deal with cheap creatures, so it gets a little awkward.
Ooh. Well, I will be mulliganing this week 1 lander.
Week 1 lander. My hand is pretty sweet. I'm going to keep. Oh, yeah. I just realized something with this. Oh, yes. I'm excited. Hopefully it comes up. For now, I'll just keep that sentence to myself, and everyone's going to be like, wow, Corey, what are you talking about? You're just talking to yourself.
I'm asking, What are you talking about? Because you didn't keep anything to yourself. You literally told us.
Yeah.
You could have just said, I'll keep my hand.
Yeah.
That would be keeping it to yourself.
I will keep. Dun, dun, dun.
Da-da.
Da-da. Yep, I'm excited. After we're done here, I'm going to be playing myself some Arena as well. I'm going to be playing a limited tournament tonight with new Strixhaven. It's going to be fun.
Hopefully you get to do some cool learn shenanigans.
I know. I'm really excited. The set does look really sweet for limited, I must say.
Yep. Definitely agree.
But also, I didn't realize how many of the Mystical Archive cards you can just get in limited. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Just first pick, Mind's Desire. Like, what the hell?
Okay, I think it's pretty easy to put this one back.
Okay.
We'll start
Bring it
on a
on.
Snarl showing you a plains and a star pupil.
All right. I have this land. Pass to you.
Play this plains, get in for 1.
All right, 19.
Went from all the 2-drops to having none of them. You can go.
Good job. Good job. Proud of you. All right. Now let's just play the all-powerful, all-knowing golden egg. All right, pass to you.
I'll play a War Singer and attack for 1.
The Singer of Wars.
You're at 18.
Okay.
You're up.
And that's when you attack, or when it connects,
deals
right?
damage, yeah,
Okay.
because the mana value has to be equal to or less than the damage that the War Singer dealt.
Okie dokie.
So chump blocking can sometimes reduce the effectiveness of the trigger.
Makes sense to me. All right. Well, yeah, that card's quite annoying here, I must say. I'm gonna go with the Mist Pathway, and I think I'll just go with Callous Blood Mage. I have enough plays, so I'm just gonna make a Pesty Pest, and I'll pass to you. What value that Brad Nelson is what we use for a pest, right? Gotta love him. But I think in this relationship, I would be the pest as the younger brother. It's literally my job, so.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, we're just not going to stop using Brad as the pest tokens, even when I have pest
Exactly.
tokens.
Even when we get them, we'll just accidentally lose the pests, Yeah.
I have a squad commander.
Okay.
That'll get me
Squadding up.
3 1/1s.
Okay.
Those are core warriors, right?
Yes. If you have a full party, which you do not.
Yeah, I really was hoping to draw Robber of the Rich on my first draw step on turn 2, because then I would have just curved full party 1 through 4, and,
That would have been
perfect.
not cool. Not cool at all.
That would have been the nuts. And now I have to figure out how I want to attack. And I think the answer is just send... It's either send both, or it's definitely sending the pupil.
Yeah.
I'm very happy trading either of those for
Mm-hmm.
the pupil. And I can have the option of attacking with the War Singer too. I imagine if I send the pupil, you will just take 1. You're at 18. So if I send the War Singer, it's just the option of whether or not you want to trade.
And then take 0. Because I gained 1.
Yeah, you would take 1 trample.
Oh, yeah. Dang it.
So-
All right. I tried to be a smart ass, and I was dumb. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll send with both.
Yeah, I'll double block.
Okay, so you're still taking the 1.
Yep.
It's 17.
17.
You can go.
Okay. Now, what do we want to do? We got options. But I think the best option is just get rid of all these evens.
Yeah, had it.
Had it. And I'll pass to you. You've been extinct.
Attack for 1.
16.
2 Usher of the Fallens.
Okay.
And I'll play this pathway as a white service.
Okay.
You can go.
Awkward. Awkward. Okay, well, I'm going to go with Elspeth's Nightmare. And then I'm going to play this and pass to you. Sack this while you do your thing.
Luminarch Aspirant's pretty cool. Am I going to get to go to combat?
I don't think so. Don't think so, but I don't know what I want to do. I got a toughie because I have a Vanishing Verse. And I could hit Luminarch, but then you get to start making counters with Usher. Usher also just might actually be more threatening here. Because the counters, I can beat that eventually. Yeah, I'm going to actually hit this.
Yeah, counter on the pupil on attack for 2.
All right, I'm at 14.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. Chapter 2, nothing. All right, now I got an Omen. That's pretty cool. Top. I'll play this and pass to you.
Declare tax.
Before combat, get that out of there.
Obviously. 12.
12.
Pass the turn.
Okay, exile that graveyard. Okay, now got some decent plays. Think we can.
Why are you saying now you have decent plays? You've had the best plays every single turn of the game.
I said now I have more decent plays. Excuse me. This is slightly risky, but YOLO. Treacherous Blessing.
Sure.
Yeah, that was not very good. As in, I didn't get a land. I just got all these gasser spells, so I'll pass to you.
Man, instead of buying the Orients, I imagine
Yeah.
we're killing stuff.
We got stuff.
I will try to attack for 2.
Eliminate. I'll take 1.
Brings you to 11.
Yep.
Play a Hallowblade and pass the turn.
That's what I was hoping. When I saw Vanishing Verse, I was like, oh my god, I can finally kill Hallowblade. That was all I was hoping for. All right. I have this. Do I want this on white? I suppose. And then I'll take 1 for a Doom being foretold.
Gives you to 10.
10 to 20. And then I will buy your in and I'll pass to you.
I'm dead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You betcha.
Yeah, draw is just too good.
Yeah, you didn't have like the 2-drop. You know, if you had a 2-drop, that could have pressured. That could have done like an extra 6 if it's a Hollow Blade. You know, an extra 6, maybe 9 damage, and then we got a close game. But I even had the verse. I just didn't feel the need to actually hit the 1/1 there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
one person stumbles, one person doesn't. Welcome to Standard.
welcome to Standard, and welcome to our beautiful Bird Serpent. All right, everyone, we are going to head to the sideboard here, see if Ross has got anything in there to defeat this magical Doom Foretold. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Boros Party Aggro and 4-color Doom Foretold. On
4-color Blink, thank you very much.
on my side of things,
Just ignores it. Good
a lot of changes going on. The cool thing is that a lot of our sideboard is creatures that have types that are relevant, so we can sideboard in a way that maintains the integrity of the party theme.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
So I've got Elite Spellbinder as some good disruption and Glorious Protector as an anti-sweeper card. And those
it's a new card, right?
those are both clerics. So I'm going to be cutting the Luminarch Aspirants, a card that, you know, just tends to run me into sweepers because you want to extend your battlefield.
Yeah.
And I want to keep in Archpriest of Iona as a key payoff. Bringing in Relic Robber as additional rogues, and that redundancy is going to help get me to party through Corey's removal.
Yeah.
Cutting Fireblade Charger because Warrior is our most redundant creature type, and it's our worst 1-drop. Going to need some answers to Archon of Sun's Grace, and Skyclave Apparition also hits Doom Foretold and some other things, as opposed to Rip Apart, which does not hit the Archon.
Yep.
So Skyclave Apparition is our one concession to needing some interaction. And we're also cutting Embercleave, which is weak against all the
heavy disruptive decks in general.
Yeah, speed removal specifically. And then one squad commander, recognizing that Corey is going to be pretty good at keeping us off of party. And I'm bringing in a couple 4-drops, so I wanted to cut one of the 4-drops from the main.
Makes sense to me. And as is per usual with any Brad Nelson deck I've ever copied from him, the sideboard usually fits in perfectly. There's 4 negates that are very bad, and believe it or not, there are 4 cards that are really good again when you don't want negate in your deck. So a very easy sideboard here, and basically what I've been living my Magic career on is Brad will have me a deck list. I was like, I'm guessing these come in. He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense. Great job designing this.
Brad's the Apple of Magic deck builders. Very the user interface is always very intuitive.
Yeah, no, and honestly, that's just the sign of a great deck builder. Like, I'll pick up deck lists from like Jabberwocky or Botatinia from Magic Online, any of these like amazing deck builders that really put time into their list. And you just start sideboarding and you're like, wow, like this is for sure what they were thinking in this matchup. Like, whenever you can really notice what they were trying to accomplish after sideboarding, you're just like, wow, this deck was thought out. I love it. Instead of just like, I'll put some duresses in here, I'll slide some negates in here, So kudos to Brad there. I believe his article should be live shortly, but I don't think it's up quite yet with some explanation about this deck.
I guess the other analogy is it's well-commented code. You know, you can put comments in next to lines of code so that somebody else who's reading it can see what your thought process was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
People who don't comment their code are often
Fishes.
jerks.
Yeah.
I would like to say that the person making the comment about Apple's design being very user-friendly was the one who didn't know he had a silence thing on his phone.
Yeah. That still was the funniest thing. He's like, his phone rings like right before the show, and like, why don't you just hit the silence button? He's like, huh, that's what that does. And we were just like, are you kidding me?
That's on my lack of curiosity. So those two things are unrelated.
Yeah. If you were a cat, curiosity would have never killed you because you just did not have the curiosity.
I'd still be alive.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have all 9 lives, to be honest. All right, Rob, do you got any questions from our lovely, beautiful, handsome audience?
I have one. Robert F95 wants to know, Ross, do you think Basri Ket could be a card for this deck? Is it too slow or doesn't work with the party synergies well enough?
Yeah, it's just not a particularly powerful card and does not Basri Cat synergizes reasonably well with any deck that has lots of creatures and a good amount of white mana, right? But it's just not a very powerful card, and this deck needs to devote so much space to making sure the party theme is fleshed out, along with any party deck, really.
Yeah.
That, any space that isn't devoted to the party theme is going to be devoted to good interaction.
Yeah, unfortunately, the plain and simple answer of that card, it's just not good enough. It's just not quite there for a 3-mana Planeswalker. It doesn't have to be that good to be playable, too, and it's just really has not made it. But that's one of my pet cards as well. I really just want it to be good, but it's not. All right. Ew. How's your hand?
Not very good.
Yeah, my hand would be perfect if I could find a different color land, but as of right now, I can't cast a single spell. So this would be a true Corey keep. Not casting spells is bad. Right?
You know you want to though.
Oh, I wanna, because I can sense what's on top. Zagoth Triumph. But I'll let you decide.
Until you find out I didn't actually put Zagoth Triumphs in your deck just to mess with you.
Dang it, I'm gonna mulligan. This one's too risky, but if it's Zagoth Triumph, all right, I would have lost badly. Very badly.
I'm just out here trying to give Ross a chance because it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it hasn't been strong, but these Doom Foretold lists, if you stumble ever, these decks are very good at punishing, and if this deck stumbles, let's say we both have a nut draw, you're probably going to win, because you're not stumbling, you're able to really deal with my stuff, or just really put a lot of pressure on, and you have some sticky creatures, but Vanishing Burst does kind of make that a little different, right? Seasoned Hollowblade used to just be this catch-all, end-all, unless I have Skyclaves or Doom Foretold and you only have one permanent, but Vanishing Burst does help. But it's not, playing a part to the Yorian strategy. It's not a removal spell that's on the battlefield, like Elspeth's Nightmare and stuff like that. Oh, there's Zagoth Triumph. Okay, this is fine. Let's just get rid of this land that deals me 3 damage.
Yeah, I'll play a Fable Passage and pass the turn.
Okay. I got a Zagoth Triumph, and I'll pass to you.
Get a plane to this passage.
Okay.
Now let's see what I can do.
Let's just see what you can do, bud.
That was pretty cool. I've got a Snarl revealing a mountain and a Howlblade.
Oh, God.
Pass the turn.
I hate that card. I hate it, I tell you. Well, we're definitely going to want this as a plain side, and I'll pass to you.
Declare attacks.
Sure.
Get in for 3.
Would you like to discard any cards?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll take 3.
You go to 17.
17.
I'll play a Snarl, reveal that same mountain.
Okay.
Play Elite Spellbinder.
Okay. I better play this first. And yeah, that Spellbinder is gonna be a pain, I must say. Yeah, I don't think I really want either of these. I really wanted to set up something where the one card I want I'd put on bottom, but both of these cards are pretty bad and deal me far too much damage, so I'm going to bottom both these, draw, and show you a pretty medium hand. In fact, not even medium, it's just bad.
Yeah, so I'm not really concerned about Elspeth's Nightmare. So I guess I'll take the Yorion
Yeah, that makes sense.
and pass the turn.
Yeah, this hand is not good. Okay, well, I just need to draw cards and stuff, so I'll play an egg. I'm not going to need green anymore, so I can safely play this on the blue side, and I'll pass to you. Play some creatures with power 2 or less, please.
I am going to make 3 of them this turn. Don't worry.
Okay,
Attack you for 6.
Down to 11.
11. I'll play Ardent Electromancer. That's a 3/2.
Okay.
So make 3 red.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll play Ardent Electromancer. Make
Okay.
3 red, play Squad Commander. Not full partied yet, but I get 3 1/1s.
Wow. Okay, looks like I need an extinction event, and I need it now.
And even Extinction Event, like, these are odd, these are even.
Yeah.
So I have 9 power regardless at the end of an Extinction Event.
Remember those nut draws that I said you'll probably beat me with? I think this is one of the cases.
Yeah.
So let's see.
My best draw got paired against your worst.
6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'm just dead. I drew an actual decent card of Doom Foretold, but it's not good enough now, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just spent 18 power.
Okay, well, Burning Tree Emissary is a pretty good card, I guess. GG. And luckily for you, we got a little time, so we can probably stretch this one.
Do you want to know what my opening hand was?
Yes.
It was these.
And you drew some good spells, huh?
Drew pretty well.
Okay.
Oh, would that have been a good one? Full party up?
Yeah. Okay, I'm already dead.
What was I going to attack for?
Still had all these, though.
Still had all these me, yeah. And I was not really doing much in
It
my
was going to be an attack for 28.
That's it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's turn 5.
Okay. Impressive. Now I get to be on the play at least to hopefully close out this series. But that was a beating.
That's what these decks can do when they
Yeah, that's party. I mean,
get
party.
disrupted.
If you just like look at every party card with their parties maxed out in mind, they're insanely powerful cards.
Oh yeah.
They're ridiculous. Like Iona, Priest of Iona is insane if you think it's what, a 4/2 when you're full party?
Yeah.
Plus it jumps something and puts a counter on it, right?
It doesn't put a counter, it just gives +1/+1 until end of turn.
Okay, but still, yeah. That's insane.
You know, it's better than a 1 mana 5/3 with flying.
Yeah. That's it. No big deal. 1 mana 5/3. All right, well, hope that doesn't happen again, because that was disgusting. All right, well, I guess those last 2 cards kind of saved me, but otherwise this hand was heinous, but it's good enough to keep.
It's one of the things I like about Ardent Electromancer is it can lead to some really explosive draws, and you can actually full party on turn 3 with it.
Okay.
You can go, not with the way I have it configured because I've cut a Goblin Fireblade Charger.
Okay.
If you go like turn 1 Archpriest of Iona, turn 2 play a turn 2 Robber of the Rich, then turn 3 you Ardent Electromancer, that's your wizard, and you have 3 mana. You play Fireblade Charger as another warrior, and full party.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. I know you've been loving the party mechanic too, so getting it to work out is always fun.
We'll get there eventually.
I do love the Yorion mechanic as well. So.
Oh God. Yeah, this hand is just too slow. I've got a Robber of the Rich, but it's on the draw. It's not going to trigger a lot. I've got double Skyclave Apparition when they're probably not going to be relevant early.
3 mana 2/2s. Get them.
I need my Apparitions to be following pressure.
Yeah, you need your Apparitions to be like always right here in your deck, you know?
You know, you play the Archon, and then they're like, okay, this is my blocker, and then I Apparition it and attack you for 7.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want. And then when you attack next turn, then I destroy that creature and block with the 4/4, and life is good.
No.
Oh, okay. Life is good for one of us.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
The opposite of that. And the dialectic remains. Life is good for one of us, bad for the other. Everything in perfect balance.
Sure. Love it. All right.
You're keeping your 7, right?
I'm going to keep. Yep. It's nothing special, but it's a hand of Magic the Gathering cards.
I thought you had Pokemon cards in your deck.
Some of them. Yorion's that busted. I think it jumps throughout the games, but...
And this is a keep, but it's incredibly awkward. Which card do I put back?
Want me to pick for you? this one.
I think it just has to be this one. We got to be aggressive.
Bang! Pass to you.
Okay, that's not the worst. I'll play a Snarl and pass.
All right. The old tab snarl. That was probably the best possible draw. Sweet. Pass to you.
Okay, I'll play a Pathway and a Howlblade.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'll play an Omen. Yeah, I'll keep this top card. We'll bottom this. Draw. Untap a draw. Okay. I will play a land. And a little awkward here now. I am actually just going to play an Elspeth's Nightmare with no target, and I'll pass to you. A little awkward.
I agree, it is awkward.
I'm up to something though.
But yeah, and I'd like to know what it is, so I'll play Elite Spellbinder.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna get me pretty good. I got Extinction Event or Doom Foretold.
Ah, so the Doom Foretold is what you were up to.
Yep, you're right.
That makes sense. So,
Elite Spellbinder is a good card. It's definitely a good card. Just the information, I think, is quite big.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice. I'm definitely taking one of the 4s.
Yep.
The question is what? Corey's going to get to see my hand next turn.
Yep.
So he's going to know what's what with this Glorious Protector.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I honestly, God, I'm like, the Extinction Event is awkward because my hand is all even creatures. I might as well just play this.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see it.
And I'm going to be at 17. You're still at 20, right?
Yeah. That's how this is going to play out. So with this attack only bringing you to 17, I don't think I have enough material to let you have the Doom Foretold. Whereas I think I can navigate around the Extinction Event to some degree.
Okay.
So I am going to take the Doom Foretold.
Sounds good.
Attack you to 17 and then pass the turn.
All right. So chapter 2. So far, this card has done absolutely nothing. Yeah, this is quite obnoxious. Don't really want an Extinction Event now.
But you also don't really want a Treacherous Blessing.
Yeah.
Ignoring doesn't really do anything. You got one in your hand.
Yeah, definitely still might be a Treacherous Blessing. It's still fine. It's a little sketch, but... Is it worth it to just get Treacherous Blessing down? I'm going to go to 11. Let me read this one more time. You can flash it in. You may exile any number of non-angels. Okay. So 6, you could just play 2 robbers and hit me for 10. Put me down to 7. And then I could Extinction Event for even. Puts me to 6. This attack puts me to 3. And that's pretty scary.
Corey has found out the awkwardness of him playing Treacherous Blessing.
Yep.
That's the good part about my hand. Like, if he plays Blessing, I can pressure him. If Corey does nothing this turn, I can just pass with the Protector up.
Yep. And I could just buy Yorion to kind of get that stuff going. I'd like to just play Doom Foretold, to be honest. That would be,
it was in my hand last turn. I don't know where it went.
Oh, boy. All right. I'm going to play this and buy Yorion. Pass to you. Okay. Treacherous is a little too treacherous right now.
Definitely playing Fable Passage.
Okay.
Definitely getting a Plains off of it.
Okay.
I'm going to want to do that, even if I was passing the turn with Protector this turn, I'd want to sack on my turn just so there's no window where I can't cast the Protector. Yeah, a little less, desiring of casting these robbers now that Corey's not going to get to 6 from casting the Extinction event. That 1 point really makes a big difference here.
Yeah, because it's not only 1 point, but it's every point after that,
Yeah.
So that's big. My mentality here, or just my thought process, I should say, is just the fact that Yorion, Blinking Omen, and then maybe Yorion again to do some double blink stuff is just enough card advantage that Treacherous Blessing isn't really needed right now. And in fact, it's a little too treacherous.
Yeah, so if 11... Oh man,
yeah, it's close. It's close. I don't even know what I'd rather you do.
I'm just I'm doing the math out here of how I can best attack through Yorion, and it all leaves me 1 point short.
Yeah.
But let's say if I did this. Attacked you to 7, you Extinction event, I attack you to 4. Yeah, that actually does beat the Yorion. Yeah, I think the aggressive line is better. I'll play 2 robbers. We're going to get 2 cards off the top of your deck.
Okay, binding in a land.
Take 10.
Yep.
Go to 7.
All right.
Pass the turn.
Down to 7.
Graveyard's going to get exiled.
Get that graveyard out of here. All right, I have
nice
this
3-mana peak.
Extinction event. Get rid of those. Pass to you.
Now I will attack you to 4.
Okay.
And I'll play a squad commander and get 2 1/1s.
Uh-oh.
So now the Yorion is not enough of a blocker.
Tilt.
Pass the turn.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. 3, 4, 5. Yep, I need something.
A single removal spell doesn't do it either. So really just needs another sweeper.
Yeah.
And even that's awkward because even Extinction event, I would get to attack you to 1 and then have 2 attackers through the Yorion.
No, it was all the Doom Foretold turn because I wasted Elspeth's Nightmare to be able to, have an extra thing to sack to kind of get you in that Doom Foretold lock. And yeah, you were just able to overpower me.
Okay, we got a game 5.
A good old game 5. Yeah. Nothing better than game 5s here on Versus Live.
That was a nice puzzle game from the aggro side because I had perfect information basically the entire game. And it was like, okay, how do I sequence this to make sure I could win through what you have? And it turns out the extended to the sweeper line was the best. A little counterintuitive and probably not something you would do if you couldn't see your opponent's hand.
Yeah, Elite Spellbinder there definitely gave you that line. And just if you played Robber instead of Season Hollowblade, I would have destroyed you with Elspeth's Nightmare. So leading, you always almost always want to lead with that card anyways, but, not always completely obvious.
It certainly wasn't obvious because I didn't have the Howlblade until turn 2.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
It's probably good that I drew it.
Yeah, that is probably pretty good. So you're just saying you got lucky as hell, huh?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. Well, those last 2 games have looked very brutal. So let's hope I can. But honestly, that Doom Foretold is that bridge I needed. That turn 4 where I didn't want to waste my wrath yet, but I had to. So that Spellbinder really won that game. Which is pretty sweet.
And the key has been early interaction. You've drawn Elspeth Nightmares when they haven't been relevant as removal, and then I was able to take away, your key 4-drop in that game, and you didn't have it in the previous game because your draw was weak. And so basically in the last 2 games, you haven't really interacted with me on the first 4 turns of the game. Yeah,
I've been drawing like garbage. And I'm continuing to draw like garbage here.
Yeah. You can't get away with that against aggro decks.
Yeah, not really.
You usually have to interact before turn 5.
Yeah, another just incredibly awkward hand for me.
Wow, speaking of awkward hands. Mine is still going to be a keep, but...
Yeah, I got to mulligan this. 2 landers with Fabled Passage, and then into 4s. I don't even have a good 3-drop. This is just too bad.
Just the trials and tribulations of a 2-color aggro deck on my side.
Yeah, yeah, gotta love it.
Just can't ever cast your spells. Corey's over there playing 4 colors, always has his colors.
Yeah,
You've had to mulligan a few times.
Yeah, triomes do help, but that also slows you down.
I'm really mad that they made what was the party land's name? I can't remember, but
I can't remember either.
Making that enter the battlefield tapped was just a huge slap in the face.
It really was.
It's like, look at this cool mechanic for aggro decks. Like, you can build around it. Your cards are really powerful. Doesn't this look great?
Here's a tap land.
Yeah, also you can never cast your spells or curve out.
Checks out to me. Oh, this is bad start. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tournament Ground entered untapped, right? Or enters untapped? So Knights was never busted.
I got a key, but this hand is probably going to be a auto lose. I'll play this and pass to you.
You like? Ooh, that was the best draw. I can now curve out perfectly. Player Priest Iona. I take back everything I said.
All right, that was the best draw for me as well. 1 2 can play at that. I got a blue land. I'll pass to you.
Okay, Mountain Robber the Rich. Get it for 4.
How many cards?
I have 5.
And I have 5 as well. So yep.
Mulligan.
I'll go to 16.
Pass the turn.
All right. I have an Omen.
Now Elspeth's Nightmares will be relevant.
Yeah, for the first time ever. I don't think I really want these cards. Well, they're a little too slow, so we're going to bottom those. And I still got the same card. Okay. Now, have this, and I do have the Elspeth's Nightmare. It's pretty close, but you're going to be able to get low enough here. So let's take out this, and I'll pass to you.
Interesting. How many cards you got? 4. It's going to be hard for me to get to 4. But I awkwardly have another cleric here, so I can't pump the Archpriest, but Spellbinder's a nice one.
Okay, I got these.
So you're not anywhere close to casting the Archon.
Nope.
We don't have to worry about that.
Oh shoot, I do have a Yorion in my deck though.
Yeah.
Oops.
I had. You knew the bottom 2 cards though?
I knew the bottom 2. This was the 3rd card down, so I didn't even look at the top.
Sure.
So yeah.
I'm definitely afraid of the Extinction event here because I have 2 odds, so I'm going to take the Extinction event.
Okay.
And get in for 1.
Okay.
Brings you to 15.
15.
Pass the turn.
Draw. Let's see that hand.
Got an Apparition, Robber the Rich, and 2 lands. So
okay.
Not the best hand.
I got this, and I will pass to you.
And now we get to play a little bit of a dance.
Dance.
Yeah, like a Dance Revolution of sorts.
Nice, that's my jam.
Is not mine. I guess actually that was a very good draw. So let's thin our deck a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a Plains here. I don't have Embercleave in my deck, which is the only double red card.
Mm-hmm. And I already got double red.
This will let me double spell with the Apparition with a white card if I want to at some point later.
Okay.
And I'm gonna play Robber the Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna play Seasoned Howlblade.
That's disgusting.
Let's see what you want to eliminate now that I have 2 3-power creatures. Could also hit Robber. So I'll attempt to go to combat. This is not triggering yet. I'm one short of the party. Also nice that if Coria had ripped another Extinction event, say, I'm at 2 odds, 2 evens here.
Yeah, I'll eliminate the Elite Spellbinder.
Okay, I'll attack for 3 with the Archpriest.
Okay.
You go to 12.
Okay.
Or actually, I attack for 5, sorry.
Yeah.
So you go to 10.
Okay.
These are both 10. And we're both at 2 cards. That's another reason to eliminate before combat.
Draw. That was a pretty cute draw. Exile your graveyard.
Yep. I think it makes sense to attack the odds.
Callous Blood Mage.
Its Extinction event on even will deal with the Howlblade.
And I'll play I'll get a Brad. I think I want to do that. I can't really afford to draw, so then I'll pass to you.
Okay, no 5th land. That's great. So I don't have to worry about Extinction Event, and I don't have to worry about the Archon. So there you just have one unknown that not sure what it is. You have 2 in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would have cast an Extinction Event last turn if that was your other card in hand, because that would just leave me with a 1/2 Archpriest. That's just such a strong line. So I don't think it's Extinction Event, which is the card I'm worried about. So I think I just extend here.
Okay.
And that means playing Skyclave Apparition, hitting the Callous Blood Mage.
Okay.
Playing another Archpriest so that my Robber will trigger.
Okay.
And attacking with all of my creatures, trigger the Robber.
Trigger. You got 7 mana?
Assuming we'll be blocking the Howlblade.
Yeah, I'll block there.
So
I'm going to take 5, gain 1, so I take 4.
Yep, brings you to 6.
Yep.
And then I'll pass the turn and hope there's no Extinction Event there.
Yeah.
Then it would name Odd, and you would get a 3/3 back. And
no, just a heinous draw.
Well, we didn't really get to see Venerable Warsinger do its thing in any of these games, but Elite Spellbinder in the post-board games has been excellent.
Yep.
So that's...
And without white, I had a pretty good sequence if I could double removal spell, but 1 is not enough here.
Kill this, exile this. I have 3 2/2s against your 3/3.
Block that. Well, I'd have to still block that, so it'd still be rough. But
these would all be 2/2s once you kill these. So.
Oh, sure.
And then if you block this, these would become 1/2s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been good, but yeah, a little too late.
I would have had another.
All right, GG's. Those were close.
Yeah, Spellbinder just looked awesome. Just getting some disruption in a deck that normally has very little. That card should probably just be in the main.
It should be
because it's a cleric too.
Yeah, I think that card's just like one of the best cards in Strixhaven. So for standard, you're playing a white aggro deck, get that card in your deck. Yeah,
and I mean it just fits so well. I like the idea. When I built this deck, it was really because I saw Venerable Warsinger and I thought, bringing back the creature types I need makes so much sense. But that just didn't come to fruition. What the deck really needed is to have some disruption to go along with its all creature plan. And that's what Elite Spellbinder gives you. So this card incredibly impressive and should definitely be in the main deck, probably just over Warsinger.
Yeah, probably. I haven't been impressed with that card. It's really cool with Selfless Savior or Alseid and stuff, but
it's also cool with Luminar Casper, and you get to pump it, bring back Bear Phase. Like I mentioned, the synergies with Party, but in this case, like that just didn't come to fruition. There's a ton of exile-based removal. Even exiling my graveyard with Elspeth's Nightmare. But Spellbinder was, it literally won basically every game.
Yeah, no, that card was awesome. Taking away that Doom Foretold, I think if I would have cast Doom on 4, I would have easily won that game.
Extinction Event in that game on 4, literally.
It was good. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for our first round. Ross came back and took it down. Next up, I get to cast some Elite Spellbinders, and I'm going to be playing a deck that I built after we talked about it last show, that Azorius... Orzhov Humans that looked really cool, and as I started to build it, I'm like, wow, this deck I think is actually really good. So we got some cool synergies. We got some ways to pump them with General Kudrow as well as Rally the Ranks. It looks awesome, so that's how I'm going to be playing.
Yeah, and I'm going to be playing another Sam Blackbrew. I know we were both very impressed by the Orzhov deck on Tuesday, and this is a Golgari deck featuring Plumb the Depths as well. So
I think that might be the best card of the set. I think it's actually insane. The more and more that we look at it, and the more it works with things, I think it's just awesome. I want to try it in a Jund deck too, with 10 the Pests and stuff like that, with Corvald and whatnot.
We're not going 10 the Pests, but we're building around Magecraft again in a Golgari shell.
Yeah,
it's cool.
That sounds awesome. All right, everyone, we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Say what's up, Rob. Rob will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games, and he will get his favorite one sent over to us. I nailed that one. Nailed it.
Yeah. Say what's up, Rob.
Exactly. So we're going to be playing round number 2 here, and this was a deck that we kind of got we were from a question from the audience talking about black-white humans, and I think there's a lot of sweet humans in the new set, a lot of fun stuff, and a lot of good human mechanics in the previous set with General Kudrow. Rally the Ranks is kind of cool. The only non-human is the front side of Shiley. Backside is a human, not that amazing or anything. 4-drop is a little expensive in our deck. We're definitely going to be playing it more for the front side as more of this black-white token kind of theme.
Always nice to have options.
Always nice to have options. Then we got Elite Spellbinder, which we just saw in the last match be really awesome. And then Silver Quill Command as a nice versatile piece of technology to just close out the game. And then we got one of Access Tunnel as a nice cool little way to force through some damage as well.
Yeah, and that'll be an important one in this matchup because my deck generates a lot of tokens to block a lot of pest tokens.
Yep.
This is we're calling it Witherbloom Magecraft because it is really heavy on the Witherbloom mechanic as opposed to just being called Golgari. It's a generic green and black deck. This is from Sam Black's article this week. I was so impressed by the Orzhov deck on Tuesday with Plum the Forbidden that I immediately read his article this week when I saw it was going to cover similar things. And I saw this deck, and it looks awesome. We have Sedgemoor Witch and Plum the Forbidden, which were great in the deck on Tuesday. But this deck is going for more pests. We've got Hunt the Specimens and a Minor Learn package with Eye Twitch as well. Generating pests that way. And then when we sacrifice them, we're generating all of these life gain triggers for Dina Soul Steeper. We're also casting spells and copying them and generating drains with Witherbloom Apprentice. So this deck, to supplement those, is playing Bastion of Remembrance as a Blood Artist of sorts. So we're generating a lot of drain triggers when we're comboing off and can get that Aristocrat sort of combo kill feel.
Yeah, love it.
And the other thing I really love about this deck is Jaspera Sentinel. Anytime that you can accelerate, get onto the battlefield faster in these decks is great. And then also Lovestruck Beast. We have plenty of 1/1s, and it gives the deck another angle of attack. You think that, opponents think that like maybe a 3/3 is going to hold back my battlefield nice to, play a couple 5/5s and just attack normally as an aggro deck. Anytime you can go tall and wide at the same time is great. And then just Heart's Desire as a cheap spell to trigger Magecraft is awesome. Generates extra bodies to sacrifice to Plum the Forbidden. And is just obviously one of the more powerful cards in Standard.
Yeah, Sam's been really killing it with Strixhaven so far. I've really liked his articles, and it seems like he has a good grasp on these kind of lower power level, high synergy based decks. And I think that really rewards some people. And then I think sets where you have a lot of power, rewards content creators like Brad Nelson or something, where it's minor tweaks on really good decks. So it's just everybody's strengths, kind of different sets build to it.
Yep, and always nice to have different sets favor different things so that we get to stress everybody's different skill sets.
Sounds great. All right, Rob, before we get this started, you got a question from our lovely audience by any chance?
Not at the moment.
Okay, all right. MTQ, everyone's playing, man. Everyone's on Arena. They're either playing it on their phone, getting in some drafts, and you can't really blame them. Can't blame them.
No, you can't.
All right, I'm going to go first here, see how this human shell will work. I'm a little skeptic, but I think it's going to be pretty sweet at least. Okay. Yeah, I think I can keep this.
I will keep as well.
All right, let's go with a swamp, and I'll pass to you.
I have a swamp as well, but mine comes with an Eye Twitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is when it dies, you learn, right? Okay. Okay, I have this. And it's pretty close. Our hand it needs something, needless to say. I want to just start with this, get this going. It's close. I'm just going to go Season Hollowblade and pass to you.
Okay. Play a Forest and a Witherbloom Apprentice.
Okay.
Now the question for me is whether or not I want to attack. I would generally like to block with the eye twitch, get a card out of Corey's hand, and learn. But this Humans deck has so many Anthem effects that I could be looking at, a 4/2 attacking me. I certainly wouldn't throw the Witherbloom Apprentice away for Corey's worst card. And if that's the case, then I kind of want to attack back. So I'm just going to attack, assuming that there's going to be an Anthem coming down.
19.
Now, because I attack, Corey might not play the Anthem, but he could easily have one in his hand.
All right. No, we didn't draw what we wanted, so that's a little unfortunate. But I think we're going to play Luminarch Aspirant, put a counter, and attack.
Yeah, I will take 4 to 16.
Pass to you.
And now I will attack for 3.
Okay, I will take it.
Brings you to 16.
16.
Well, got a Forest, another Witherbloom Apprentice,
Okay.
and a Heart's Desire, 2 triggers.
Nice.
You
2
go-
drains.
Yep, you go to 14. I go to 18. I get a Shaheen.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I think this might be the first time I have ever had Lovestruck Beast, Forest in my opening hand and not cast Turn 1 Heart's Desire.
Yeah.
Because I had Eye Twitch and I wanted to trigger the Witherbloom.
Hey, makes sense. Makes sense.
Normally that's the game-ending combo.
Yeah, right. All right, I have a swamp.
Okay, so third land probably very important for Corey.
Then let's go with a Silver Quill Silencer, naming Lovestruck Beast.
Cute.
And beginning of combat, I'm going to put a counter here, and I will still attack for 4.
Yeah, so now the Silencer becomes a good blocker for the Apprentices. That's
Yep.
smart. I'm going to take this 4, go to 14.
Pass to you.
Not really what I wanted. Don't mind me.
Just looking at this for no reason.
Yes. I think I want to hit some land drops here. I could just go for this and keep setting up. But yeah, I'm going to go attack for 1.
I'm at 13.
I'm going to Village Rites the Eye Twitch, trigger the Apprentices and the Learn, get
Okay.
Pest Summoning.
11 to 16.
Yep. Draw 2.
Yep. And that is you get 2
2
1-1s.
pests.
Okay.
Yep. Drew a land, so I'll play Forest, play Pest Summoning, trigger 2 Apprentices,
And I'm dead.
9 to 18,
Yep.
and get 2 Pests.
All right. I'm completely dead.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I have a land. I don't think this is right, would be my guess. Probably not the exact same abilities as it is on the front.
Correct. Can we get the text on the reverse side of
Yeah,
Silent?
so 4/4 tap, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature. Then Embrose, Dean of Shadows, deals 2 damage to that creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, draw a card.
So it puts a counter on something and then deals it 2 damage?
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can pick off 1/1s from your opponent.
And draw a card. That's kind of cool.
So to creatures that you control the counters on them.
Oh,
draw a
okay,
card.
okay.
You can also just kill your own 1/1s to draw cards, or just
Not that
buff
strong.
them a little bit.
Not super strong. Yeah, I feel pretty afraid of these apprentices. So yeah, I'm just dead to that storm spell now, huh?
Not quite, because I wouldn't be able to sacrifice these as part of the cost.
Okay. Yep,
So I
gotcha.
have 8 damage with it.
Gotcha.
You would be dead to land plus it, because I would have Lovestruck Beast.
Gotcha.
Or any cheap creature, which I probably have if I don't have a land.
Yep.
So you're basically dead to it.
Okay. Well, then we're in a bit of a rough spot regardless here. So I guess I'm going to start by playing another Silencer. I'll just name Lovestruck Beast again, just to for sure get some action. And then I'll put a counter here, and I will attack with these two.
So for 8,
Yep.
I will take that, go to 10.
Okay, and then I'll play Season Hollowblade, and I'll pass to you.
That's not bad, actually. I was hoping to get a swamp. My hand has a good number of black cards, and we drew multiple forests, which was awkward.
Love it.
But I at least drew something I can do along with this Bastion of Remembrance.
Okay.
So, although, actually, do I want to play Bastion, or do I want to play this card? That one might even be better, because I'm going to get 2 Magecraft triggers this turn. That'll deal you 4. Supposed to dealing you... No, the Bastion is better. So I drew another Lovestruck Beast, but we can Heart's Desire without triggering the silencers.
Yep. I'll go to 7. You go to 12.
Yep. And then I will play Bastion of Remembrance.
Okay.
That gets me another human.
Okay.
Now, whenever a creature I control dies, you lose a life, I gain a life.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
All right.
One card I have to be wary of here is Silver Quill Command.
Yeah, that'd be a decent one. All right, I'll play Elite Spellbinder, see what you got.
Okay, I have Dina and Eye Twitch.
Okay.
You're going to want to take the Dina.
Yep, seems like it. I mean, you can still cast it, so it doesn't really do much.
But it takes away 2 sacrifices.
Yep. All right, and now what can we attack for is the real question. With all these drain triggers, it gets pretty dicey. I am going to combat, put a counter on this, and attack with... I'll attack with just that.
Just the Howlblade. You have 2 cards in hand.
2 cards.
For... Five, 4, 3.
Yeah, I feel near impossible to win this game, even depending on what we
I'll
do.
double block
but
with 2 Sheens.
I'll discard.
When these 2 die, Bastion will trigger.
Okay.
So 2 triggers from that. You go to 5, I go to 14.
Pass to you. Yeah, in a rough spot. These drains are just too good against this aggressive deck.
So that would get me some Magecraft triggers.
That's scary.
I guess that kills you, but so does Dina, I think. So I play Dina, I can attack with the 2 pests. They're going to deal at least 1 each, actually more if you block them. So you would take them, go to 3, and then I would just sack one of them to the Dina. I would gain a life when it dies, you lose a life from Dina. Gain a life from this, you lose a life from that, and you lose a life from the Bastion.
Checks out. Checks out.
I also could just play Hunt for Specimens, make another pass to trigger this twice, learn, get Containment Breach, attack you, you have to block them, and then post board, destroy my own Bastion, and trigger the Witherblooms.
Nice, nice.
So I had a couple different ways to finish that off, but Witherbloom Apprentice really the all-star in that game.
Shined. Yeah, without a lot of removal in a deck that has low interaction, that's going to be nice.
All I did was, drain you a million times, block a few strategically,
yep.
block strategically, and then that's classic Aristocrats, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Deal your damage one at a time, eventually get to 20.
Eventually get there, yep, that was disgusting. That was disgusting. All right, Rob, you got any questions for us? Are we still empty queued?
I do have a question, something uncommon wanted to know for Ross. What do you think about Professor Onyx as a high-end finisher? They asked specifically about it in the Orzhov Magecraft deck, but you can kind of expand that to, I think, any Magecraft deck.
So the issue is that these decks are going to want very low curves.
Yeah.
And they also want to play a good amount of creatures, but also a lot of instants and sorceries to trigger Magecraft. So Planeswalkers are actually a pretty high opportunity cost.
Yep.
And at 6 mana, you're just not interested.
Yeah, but believe it or not, my next deck features exactly that combo. I'm going to be playing a Golgari Elves deck that ramps with the Elves to Professor Onyx, and then you sack all your creatures, get the Magecraft triggers from Professor Onyx. And what's that 2-drop again? I forget.
Plum the Forbidden.
Plum the Forbidden, yeah. And then, so we'll be doing that next round, and I'm really excited for that deck as well.
That's a deck that actually links them really nicely because of Tyvar. It gives you all this extra mana to be able to cast.
And all this black mana, too, so it really is perfect. But.
So that's a really cool concept, because normally, you like, for the reasons I said, you wouldn't want a card like Professor Onyx, but you do want that Magecraft ability.
Yeah.
Like that part is attractive. And so if you can find a way to get a 6-mana Planeswalker into your deck effectively, then you've got something going, and that's what the Elves do.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be sweet, so I'm excited for that one.
Elvish Warcaller is a great way to generate extra tokens.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to go first here, try to interact, get a little bit more aggressive on this one. Off to, okay, saved at the end. All right, I think I can keep this hand.
Definitely much scary. I guess you were on the play last game, too.
Yeah, I was.
You just didn't have a 1-drop.
Yeah, I don't have many 1-drops, though. That's just the problem with humans, unfortunately. There's not many good ones.
Yeah, with only one land here, this is not a keepable hand.
Okay.
Trying to see how good it would be if I just, rattled the lands off the top, and it would have been fine, but not great.
Yeah.
And you really want a high payoff to keep risky hands.
Yep, I love that. Yeah, there's like Usher that creates humans. You could have Priest, which is the human and stuff. But outside of that, there's not many great 1-drops.
Star Pupil or Venerable Knight, not good enough for you?
Yeah, Venerable Knight is awkward because we don't have a lot of knights, so the counter doesn't really work. Yeah, so it's just Isamaru that's, just Savannah Alliance that happens to be a human.
Do you have Giant Killer?
No, I didn't play Giant Killer.
I want a human.
Yeah, I know, but it's just such a weak body. I felt like for a 1-drop, I wanted a 2-1 at least. I wanted some power.
I've generally found that when you have a bunch of anthems, I actually like 1/2s more than 2/1s.
That's true. That does make blocking really good for you when you have a bunch of anthems and stuff like that. But
also, just, sometimes it makes attacking into multiple creatures easier. Like a 3/4, I think attacks easier than a 4/3 with the way creatures are sized these days. Yeah,
that's really true. That's really true.
I will be going to 6 cards.
Okay.
And another risky 1-lander, but this one has some payoff, so I only have to put 1 back. That's even better.
Even better.
I guess I will definitely putting one of my many 3-mana spells on the bottom. I'm going to put that one there.
I got a Plains. I'll pass to you.
And I have a Heart's Desire.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. No, I'm going to silence the Lovestruck Beast and then pass to you.
Okay, well, I drew a Snarl.
Okay. Guessing you don't have anything to reveal with that one.
And I have another Heart's Desire.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay. All right, I drew a Snarl, but I have a land. And then I got a General Kudrow, and I'll attack for 4.
Yeah, I'll go to 16.
Pass to you.
I did not draw... a land.
Okay.
So I will pass the turn.
Okay. Anything at my upkeep or?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I have a nice follow-up this turn. I'm going to go with Rally the Ranks,
Sure.
naming humans.
Smart.
And so these creatures are indeed large and in charge.
Yeah, we got a 5/4 and a 4/4.
Yep. Then I'll declare attacks.
Okay, I will block each of them.
Okay.
Before damage, I will plumb the Forbidden, sacrificing both Sheens.
Yes.
So I'm going to draw 3, lose 3.
Yes, I love it.
That'll put me to 13.
Yep. And I got a Hollow Blade. Past you.
Yeah, that's a pretty good curve.
Not bad, not bad. Some powerful stuff.
I have a land here, but I'm not sure what I can really do.
Yeah.
I want to play Lovestruck Beast so I can
Do it.
trade, but
Do it.
and put me to 10 and give you more cards. Like,
It is the biggest blocker, though, so it's definitely the best play here, but it's not easy to do when I get a free card out of it.
So if I did this, I would go to 10 and you would draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would want to.
Yeah, then you just might be dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to block either of these, right?
You'd have to block
these are
one of these.
Yeah, because those are both 5s,
Yeah.
and that's a 4.
You'd
So
have to block this,
I'd
so
have
you
to
just
block
take 9,
Silencer
you
and go to
know?
1.
Yeah, you die to a Rally of the Ranks.
Yeah,
Or,
or a Luminarch Aspirant.
Yeah.
I die to any Anthem.
any removal spell, any
removal
command.
But how am I getting back in the game? I'm looking at my hand, and
Yeah.
I don't really see it. So I think I've just got to hope you're on nothing.
Yeah,
So there you go.
I got it.
Yeah. I had to make a bunch of 1/1s, but
Yeah.
I'm just going to be chump blocking my board every turn. If you have any follow-up, I'm still dead.
Yeah, I definitely took the approach of this deck just being a very good 2-drops, good 3-drops with decent 2-mana interaction, and then a select amount of 1-drops. I think I actually just have Usher. I thought Usher was the better one because it does make humans at least, but maybe I should be a little bit more focused on 1-drops. But it looks sweet there.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
And Silverquill Silencer are doing some really good work against adventure
creatures, yeah.
Well, specifically the Lovestruck Beast, obviously a little weak to Bone Crusher because they can just stomp it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can name Stomp blind,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then if they, then you sort of negate that card advantage, right?
Yeah, that is sweet. Stomp, still take 3, replace itself. Like, even if you just had 2 mana open and I just have either Luminarch Aspirant or,
Silencer.
or the Silencer, I'll be like, I'll Silencer name Stomp. That sounds sweet.
So get developed. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So good work from the Silencer there. We got to see both decks do their things, and now we're going to do a little sideboarding, and we will be back after a short break and finish out the second match here on Versus Live. Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Golgari, Mage Trap, whatever.
Go garbage,
Witherbloom.
It's supposed to be Witherbloom, but unfortunately on my screen I have to make it Golgari, otherwise the name's too long.
Okay.
Yes.
Golgari
yes.
Magecraft against Orzhov humans.
Oh, yeah.
Silverquill humans.
Silver Q.
Whatever you
Yeah,
wanna
I mean,
call
come on, let us keep Golgari. This is what's brained in my head. Let's not change it.
Yeah. On my side, we are actually sideboarding. Corey has managed to forget.
I'm not.
Obviously, against the aggressive deck, we want to bring in some removal.
Yeah.
Sam has put Mortality Spears in the sideboard, a card I like quite a bit. In a deck like this, you don't have a lot of room for interactive spells, for removal spells, so you want your removal to be very wide-ranging. And in this case, destroy target non-land permanent and instant speed is about as wide-ranging as it gets.
Yep.
And pretty easy to get the reduced cost in this deck. You just have to gain the life on the turn.
Mm-hmm.
So sacrificing any sort of pest or triggering Magecraft beforehand with an apprentice.
Yep.
Will do it. And we're bringing in the one Heartless Act, as much removal as we can get. Cutting the Clings, they're not very good in this matchup. We're bringing in a bunch of spells, so we don't have to worry about that. Hunt for Specimens, I think, is just one of the weaker cards in the deck overall, so I'm going to trim down on that. And I'm also going to try to lower my curve, cutting 1 Bastion of Remembrance.
Okay.
I drew a lot of 3s in that second game, so I think the curve might be a touch high. So just going to try to trim around the edges, keep my engine intact, but still have some interaction for key, Silverquill Apprentices, flying creatures, things like that.
So for me, I want more removal in this matchup, but Vanishing Verse is the only one I put in the sideboard because I just want to try out some new cards. And you just have too many multicolored creatures that it's kind of awkward. If I had more Heartless Acts or more Eliminates, I'd bring those in to be able to answer them. But, maybe a little bit of a sideboard configuration mistake where I don't really really have too much extra to add.
I think your Vanishing Verses are pretty good. I've got Lovestruck Beast, Bastion of Remembrance is a good one that you get to hit.
Yeah.
Eye Twitch, you get to exile, so I don't get the trigger.
That's pretty weak.
Yeah. But then you obviously can't hit tokens, but you don't want to do that anyway.
I can hit the Apprentice, and that's what I really need to hit.
It's Apprentice and Dina. Those are the only multicolor cards in the deck.
Yeah.
But there just aren't a ton of targets in general because I'm mainly making tokens. But the big one is it hits Sagmore Witch.
That is true.
Which we
That
didn't
is
see in the
true.
first 2 games.
Okay, maybe I'll bring in a couple of those on the draw. I do have one card that has not looked very good to me is Shaylee here. Just not really that good. I thought this is another creature that is a non-human that I thought just the ability would be good enough, but I think it'd be better in a deck like yours where you're making a lot more tokens. So yeah, we'll bring in a couple now that we're on the draw.
That deck wants a lot lower curve.
Yeah.
Your deck is more kind of heavy hitters, really.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like I picture that card with Venerated Loxodon.
Oh yeah.
Fan me down
Now you're
for
on the
that one. Yes. All right, let's get this third game going. You are going to be on the play. It's going to be a little bit tougher since I am a little bit slower of a deck. But I believe in it.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
Nailed it.
Chance we can make it now.
Okay,
My
how's
hand
your
is
hand?
great. Gotta keep it.
I'm going to keep. It's not that good, but we got a decent curve, I suppose.
Okay. Oh, well. GG.
GG.
So I did lose with turn 1 Lovestruck Heart's Desire last game.
All right, I just have this tapped, and I'll pass to you.
We're also out here losing with literal Splinter Twin.
Yep, exactly.
Attack for 1.
19.
I'm going to play Adina.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right, I just have a Seasoned Hollowblade, and I'll pass to you.
Okay.
Doing
That's
some
something
things.
I've learned.
Okay.
So I have a sort of mnemonic in my head where I just think, oh, I hold pathways because you never know what lands you're going to draw. It might change what you want to play.
Yep.
But now that we have snarls, you should probably hold basics for them. And I have been massively punished.
Okay, good.
My mana was going to be fine probably regardless.
Yeah.
So now, these are 2 small variables, but the snarl variable is definitely larger.
Sure.
So going to have to recalibrate that mnemonic in my head.
Okay.
Because this could really punish me. That said, I will... let's get an extra black mana here.
Okay.
And play our Lovestruck Beast.
Okay.
I could attack for 1, but if Corey has a removal spell for the Beast, he gets to crack back for 3. So I'm just going to pass.
Okay. A draw. Lovestruck Beast is a bit of a problem here, that's for sure. I have another Snarl. And then I'll just play Elite Spellbinder.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to take one of the 3 drops.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Yeah, that is interesting. I think I will take the Witch.
Okay.
And I'll pass to you.
Yeah, I will play Snarl, Real Swamp.
Okay.
Play my 2 spells that I can play. Get
Okay.
a Human from the Bastion.
Sure.
And I will definitely be attacking with Lovestruck Beast.
So I could double block here, throw away a land.
I will also attack with the Shaheen that can attack.
Okay.
If you want to waste a removal spell on this Shaheen, be my guest.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to block anyways. The Spellbinder is not great with Jasper Sentinel anyways, so I'll block.
Yeah, I'll put the Spellbinder first.
I'll discard.
Yeah. So Spellbinder and Beast die. You take 1 from combat, and then Bastion triggers.
Yep,
So you're
18.
You were at 19 from a turn 2 attack with the...
Yeah, I went to 18 with this, is what I'm saying.
and then
Yep.
17 from Bastion.
Yep.
And then I go to 21.
And then I actually lose one more, right?
Yep, and then you lose 1 more from Dina.
So I'm at 16 and you're at 21?
That's correct.
All right. 1 tap. Okay, that was pretty cool.
I know what card I want to draw next turn.
I will silence her, naming Sagmore Witch.
Smart.
And we'll rally the ranks on humans. And now if we want to attack, this is coming in for 4. Or if we really want to play defense, it's pretty close either way. Let me give this another read here. Okay, so it's not too great. Yeah, I'll attack for 4.
And yeah, at 21, I can just take this. Go to 17.
Pass to you.
Oracle Silencer continues to be
Yeah,
very
pretty
annoying.
sweet. Pretty sweet.
So do I want to play the Sedgemoor Witch? You have 2 in hand right now?
I have 2, yep.
And I kind of do. I've got a pretty healthy life total.
Mhm.
Could have a removal spell for it, but, you know, you would at least have to take 3. Yeah, I'll play it.
Okay, you go to 14. I'll draw a card.
Yeah, 14 to 16.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. A draw.
14 for me, 16 for Corey.
Yep. Not the best of draws, unfortunately. Yeah, a little sketchy here. Not sure what I want to do. Do think I want to stay aggressive because you will win the long game. You just have so much synergy in your deck that I do think I have to go aggro. Debating whether to attack with 1 or both. I have a decent follow-up, but not great. All right. I'll get in there with both.
Yeah, I am... So I could get a card out of Corey by double blocking the Seasoned Hallowblade. You have 4 in hand.
Yep.
That's going to reduce my ability to chump block later, but as long as I draw, like, stuff, I'm either going to draw... As long as I don't draw lands, I either draw creatures that keep chump blocking or spells that create creatures that keep chump blocking.
Yep.
I want... at 14, I want to prevent some damage here. I don't want to take 8.
Yeah.
One of the big things here is for me is going to be trying to stay out of range of Silver Quill Command. Although I do have reach blockers, so that's less of an issue.
Yep.
But I still don't want to be super low. So I'm going to double block.
Okay.
The Hallowblade with the Sheens.
Yeah. Damage.
So I like getting that trade. So I take 4 from combat, go to 10.
Yep. And then you
Then
gain
you have
2.
I gain 2, you lose 2, and then you also lose 2 more. So you're going to lose 4, and I'll gain 2.
Yeah. So I go to 12.
And I go to 12.
Okay. Yeah. That's
12
pretty
all.
disgusting. Now I'm gonna go with Silver Quill Command. You sack a creature, and I'm gonna return Seasoned Hallowblade.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to sack the Sentinel here. So you're going to lose 2 again. I gain 1.
Yep.
So you go to 10, I go to 13.
Yep. And I'll play a land. Access Tunnel, I'll pass to you.
That's an awkward one, seeing as your creatures are all too big.
That's true. That's true.
So Sedgemoor Witch has Menace. So we can get in for 3.
7.
Brings you to 7. And I just have 2 more Jaspera Sentinels.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right. Cool. Cool. That was a good draw. Yeah, I'll play a Snarl Tap, and I'll pass to you.
Yeah, Corey's got to have 2 blockers for the Sedgemoor Witch, otherwise he's going to die. Looks like his hand is pretty bad at this point.
Oh, it's good.
Does that kill you? Yes. Bastion of Remembrance.
Yeah, I just have 2 lands.
Yes.
Just drew nothing but garbage.
So, and actually, the Dina is going to trigger off of each Bastion. So
Yeah.
now all of my creatures sacrifice to deal 4 damage. So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have 16 here.
Yeah, these drain triggers are insane if I cannot interact. And I have 4 dire tactics in the deck as ways to interact, but just never really saw them. So
Yeah,
kind of brutal there.
Haven't drawn your removal. Dina has looked really nice. Just lets me double up on everything.
Yeah.
Because it's the fact that it's going to trigger off of every single little bit.
Yeah.
All of my triggers are separated into 1-point bits.
Mm-hmm.
So you really essentially just double all the damage that you're dealing.
Yeah, it adds up so quick when you're doubling the life gain that it was pretty insane. But yeah, we got a little time. We can at least play another one, stretch it, see how we feel. But impressive work from the Golgari deck. I do not feel advantaged in this matchup, that's for sure.
I haven't even drawn Plumb the Forbidden too.
Yeah, you did what? You did the game, you got destroyed. But yeah, it wasn't good there. You know, it was just a super village rights. You know, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I mean that's the card that really puts it over the edge. Sedgemoor Witch with that is just lights out.
I also have yet to trigger Magecraft on Sedgemoor Witch, so you think of some of the more powerful things the deck is doing, you haven't really seen them, but the other stuff, the secondary stuff, has still been really powerful. Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I was really looking for like Elspeth. Elspeth from in this deck I think is awesome. I think it's insane. Cranking out, big creatures, gaining life. That's the payoff card from this deck that I think is even arguably better than Silver Quill Command, and just haven't drawn them yet. Maybe there should even just be a third,
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
And it's good against rogues as an escape card, so I think that's quite a nice one. But
normally when you think of decks with lots of Anthem effects, you think of a really low curve so that you can get multiple bodies on the battlefield, get maximum value out of the Anthems. Your deck doesn't really do that because there just isn't the option to.
Yep.
Like you said, you just didn't like the 1-drops that were available in the format, so you need some other way to compensate, and having a card that makes multiple bodies the way Elspeth does is definitely a good way of doing
Agreed.
that.
Or just gaining life against you there to get out of range, I think would have been perfectly fine. I had cards to escape, something like that could have been good. Better than 3 lands there at the end. And the command looked bad because I just didn't have a good thing to bring back. I just awkwardly let my Hollow Blade go, and it wasn't great.
This is a matchup where the Edict effect isn't great.
That's really bad.
I'm not killing a ton of your stuff, a little bit, but mostly I'm chump blocking.
Mm-hmm.
It's the pump effect that is really valuable.
Yeah, and you still have Jasper Sentinels. Yeah. All right, I can keep this.
I can keep mine too, I guess.
I got a land, I'll pass to you.
I have a Heart's Desire.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Of course. I will play a Pathway, and I have a Silver Quill Sciencer. I'll name Love Struck Beast. Pass to you.
Okay. I will play Swamp and Hunt for Specimens. That'll get me a Pest and a Learn or Lesson, and I'm gonna get my removal spell, I think.
Okay.
So it's gonna be Necrotic Fumes.
Okay.
As additional cost, I have to exile a creature I control, and I exile a creature or planeswalker.
Control from your graveyard or exile a creature from your battlefield?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like a bad Bone Splitters.
Gotcha.
Bone Splinters.
That was an incredibly awkward draw. Oh, yeah, my draws have just been not cooperating with me, that's for sure.
Yeah. If I had known I was going to get the option to trade these 2 for the Silencer, I might have gone for Pest Summoning.
Mm-hmm.
But if I try to do that and Corey has, Luminarch Aspirant, General Kudra, Rally the Ranks, I think I would be in rough shape.
I'll attack.
I will take 3.
Okay. To the 17. And then I'll play Hollow Blade. No third land again. I'm past to you.
I'll play a Snarl, reveal a Swamp.
Okay.
And I will Necrotic Fumes the Silencer, exile Shaheen.
Okay.
So that I can still get this Pest trigger. Pass the turn.
Alrighty. Sweet.
That's exactly what I wanted, yes.
Yeah. Alright, I'll attack.
I'll take 3, go to 14.
Ugh, so awkward. I'll pass to you. Just need 1 land to turn our hand on, but our deck says no. Sometimes it'd be like that.
Well, I will I will play the Lovestruck Beast. God. I don't really just want to like play it into a removal spell. Dire Tactics or Vanishing Verse
Yep.
can give you a really good target, but I don't really have good options otherwise. So yeah, I'll play it and pass the turn.
I do have the Vanishing Verse.
Oh, I have the Village Rites.
Okay, not bad.
That was
All right, I'll untap. Okay, not the best land to draw, but not terrible. I'll play General Kudrow. I'll exile. Does it really matter? Your deck doesn't really have anything. Okay, take Lovestruck, and I'll attack for 4.
Yeah, I am in trouble for sure. Really needed that Lovestruck Beast. Maybe I should have done other things. Could have gone for like this. Yeah, I'll take 4 out of 10.
Pass to you.
Okay, that one's neat. That one's neat.
Neat has been declared.
I will play Sedgemoor Witch.
Okay.
I will Village Rites the Pest token, get a Pest token, gain a life, go to 11.
Yep.
Draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will pass the turn.
1 tap. Draw. All right. Well, I will. Mana base is really kicking me in the butt here.
Do we draw another swamp?
No, I still don't have a 4th land, of course, but having 2 plains and a swamp would be ideal, but I didn't have a swamp when I had to play this land. So... yeah, I'm just going to Dire Tactics this and pay 3.
So that'll put you to 17.
Yep.
So I have a Village Rites in my hand. If I Village Rites the Sedgemoor Witch, I won't get a token though.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's just better to Village Rites the plant, get another plant, and I just gain a life.
Yeah.
Right? And because there's no point in this being exiled or in the graveyard.
Yeah, I think it is only
so
better
I will
to
do that. Essentially go
You
to 12, draw 2 again.
And then attack for 7.
This is exiled. Attacking for 7.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to 5.
And I'll pass to you.
I will play a Snarl, reveal a forest.
Okay. You got 1 million cards, right?
Yeah, I have 7.
Okay. Cool.
They're surprisingly not good. I will play an Eye Twitch.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Wow. All right, I will draw. All right, I guess I'll take a peek. I got a Spellbinder.
Trigger on the stack. I will Heartless Act the General Kudrow.
Okay.
And I will show you a hand of 3 lands and 2 Plum the Forbiddens.
Okay, I'll take Plum.
I told you it was not good.
Yeah, then I will attack.
I will block with the Eye Twitch.
Okay, pass priority.
I'll pass back. So they trade.
Yep.
I will get a Pest Summoning.
Pass to you.
Play Forest. Play Pest Summoning. Get 2 pests.
Okay.
Attack for 1 with that pest. You go to 16.
Yep.
Then I will Plum the Forbidden.
Okay.
So I'm effectively going to lose 1 here, regardless of what I do. And I need to find something for the Spellbinder. So I'm going to end at 4. I'm going to be dead to any Anthem, so let's just draw everything.
Okay. So you go to 4.
I'm effectively going to end at 4. I'm going to draw 4.
Okay.
And I've gained life this turn, so I'll Mortality Spear that Spellbinder.
Seems good.
Pass the turn.
Obviously. Go.
Okay, not a flyer, so that's good. I have 8 mana now. Yep, definitely these two and leaving a mana up. I've got Bastion, Witherbloom Apprentice, and Dina.
Okay.
Get a token from the Bastion. No Magecraft triggers, but pass the turn. I can gain a little bit of life. I can block a little bit. I think Corey's stumbling is giving me just enough time to be kind of stable. I haven't turned the game around to start pressuring Corey.
Right on time.
I think I'm dead to Silver Quill Command.
Yeah, I do not have it. All right, I'm gonna play this and name Warrior.
Okay.
I'll attack.
Why are we naming Warrior instead of just naming Human? Oh, because you're playing Usher the Fallen post-combat. Okay. So I have to block. So I guess I will just... I don't want to lose the Dina. Sacrificing doesn't do anything, so yeah, I'll just block with the Shaheen.
Okay, I go to 14, you go to 5?
5, yep.
Okay, and then I got an Usher. Fast to you.
Yep. Figured out the Usher. Now we get to do some things.
Things?
I guess not very many things, but I've got a land. I've got a Sedgemoor Witch.
Okay.
I've got a Jaspera Sentinel.
Okay.
And now I can play this Plum for 2 extra.
Okay.
I'm just going to copy once, I think. Sacrificing Jaspera Sentinel.
Okay.
So, actually, hold on. Are you just going to be dead? Because the only other... so I'm thinking about how much synergy I have with this Magecraft gaining me life, you losing life from each one. I think what happens if I sack these 2 and just don't get any more pests?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have played 3 spells, right? Played or copied, right? So that's 3 life off of this, also 3 life off of Dina.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6. I'll have 2 creatures die. That's 2 off of Bastion, also 2 off of Dina. So that's 10.
Mm-hmm.
That puts you to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And draws me 3 cards. And then I could sack this to Dina if I wanted to. Yeah, if I didn't have to chump block, I think I would have had you dead. But at this point, I think it's better to just leave the Witch, get a bunch of blockers.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
So I'll just sack the Jaspera Sentinel.
Okay.
That's going to be a spell and a copy, so 2 Witherbloom Apprentice triggers. That means 2 Dinas. So you're going to lose 4. I gain 2.
Yep. 10
you're also going to lose 2 off Bastion. I gain 1. So you lose 6 to 8. I gain 3 to 8. But then I lose 2 off of Plum.
Yeah, so you're at 6.
I'm going to end at 6. You're going to end at 8. I'll draw 2.
And you get 2 pests.
And I get 2 pests. That is correct.
That's disgusting.
And I'll pass the turn.
Oh, it might be command or bust at this point.
And does command even do it? That's 7, and you can make me draw a card. That's 8.
Well, it's just I just throw it in the air and win, right?
Well, that's 8, but I just sack one of these to Dina, and yeah, that would be exactly. You would have to have me draw a card.
Yeah. And
to do it.
Yeah,
I would still be dead to command.
Yeah, I think I'm just dead. If I had Landfor any earlier, I had Elspeth to just be lethal like 4 turns in a row. But now just drawing it, I think is probably too late.
I was drawing a bunch of extra cards, but I was kind of flooding a little early. And once I was able to stabilize, I just have so many more resources.
Yep. All right, I'll just attack with this.
Okay, I will block with 1 pest token.
Okay.
It dies. I gain a life. You lose one, and then so you're going to lose 3 because 1 off Bastion and 2 off of Dina, because Dina will trigger from the pest and the Bastion, and I'm going to gain 2.
That's disgusting.
So you'll be at 5, and I'll be at 8.
Then I'll play this and Elspeth and just gain 5 life. I don't think that's enough, but
So you're at 10.
yeah, and pass to you.
Wanted any creature. So once again, I have another plum. Are you dead to this one?
Probably.
So if I sack these 2, that's 3 copies of this. So that's 3 Witherblooms, 3 Dinas. That's 6. These 2 die.
8,
That's 7,
9,
8,
10.
9, just 9, 10 because it doubles the Bastions, and there's an extra 1 off of this. So that's 11.
Yep. Yeah, that deck looked awesome.
Yeah.
That deck looked sweet. Yeah, wow. Yeah, just so many synergies and just looked great.
This deck looked even better than the Orzhov deck.
It really did. Yeah, I think it did.
The ability to play Lovestruck Beast is just a really powerful card that works with this strategy. This is the first time I've seen the learn cards actually be pretty good too.
Yeah, that's the only learn card I've seen good is the Pest one, just because it works with synergies, The removal spell's fine, whatever,
But Eye Twitch is also just a very low cost. You want 1 mana creatures that provide you value when they're sacrificed in a deck like this. That's some marginal value.
Yeah.
You get a reasonable spell. I've got a very small package. I think Sam was very restrained, and wisely so. Pest Summoning, maybe you even want 2 of these and 0 Teachings.
Yeah, that teaching card does not seem great. It's only castable of Jaspera said no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems a little loose.
Normally, I would say just put some Dimir and Simic pathways in your deck,
you can't
do that with Snarls.
Yeah.
So I think just 2 Pest Summonings and then the Disenchant and a removal spell, 2 different interactive spells and 2 threats is a nice restrained, package for it.
Hey, maybe you can just have 3. You don't necessarily have to have 4, but
3 is definitely an option I would consider. But this deck looked awesome.
Yeah, that's a deck I think I'm going to try out even tonight on stream. That looked pretty cool. So, all right, that's going to do it for round number 2. Next up, I'm going to be playing a Golgari Elf deck that tops off at Professor Onyx and try to do some Magecraft of my own. So
you're going to try to plumb the Forbidden.
Exactly, yeah. It's first time I'll be casting the card. Yeah.
And I will be trying to combo off making some very large trampling fractals in a bit of a sort of ramped twin-ish deck that was viewer submitted. It's really cool.
Yeah, that deck looks sweet. So we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and I'll be right back with our conclusion of Versus Live. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say popcorn salad, Rob.
Popcorn salad, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to
popcorn
tag.
salads.
He will not be taking any of those.
Oh, okay.
Please do not send us any popcorn salads.
I tried to convince these 2 to make it, and they both vetoed the idea. So
very quickly.
Yeah.
We have some semblance of taste.
Yes.
So Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are wrapping up yet another day exploring Strixhaven Standard. And after 2 matches between Tuesday's show and today's of watching me cast Plumb the Forbidden, Corey has gotten sick of it and wants to cast the card himself.
I want to do it.
So he is on it with a really cool deck. This was viewer submitted as well. Both of these were. And I've got to say, I was awake that morning and we were, ready to plan versus. And Corey usually messages me. He's like, okay, I'm ready. He has some other stuff to do. And you messaged me immediately with, these are my decks. Yeah. And I had my eye on this elf deck as well. And when you took it, I was kind of sad.
No, I dibsed it the day before. Remember, I dibsed it the day before.
Oh, that was the yeah. It was the other deck.
I saw it and I was so excited. I messaged him, Tuesday right after the show, and I'm like, I'm playing that elf deck. It looks sweet.
I confused this with even another deck. So you got on that one really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I was sad. I was able to dibs the deck I'm playing, which is also really cool.
That deck looks sweet too, yeah.
But it's nice to give you some access to Plumb the Forbidden because that card has been awesome.
I think it's something that wasn't really on my radar as best card from Strixhaven, and the more we've been playing with it, the more I've been seeing people write about it. And every deck you've played against me with it, I think this card is for sure top 5. and easily could be like one of the best cards, if not the best card in Strixhaven without the Mystical Archive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it seems awesome.
Yeah.
I want to play in other formats. I want to see if I can like play it in Rally and like Pioneer.
Yes.
Because this is a card that can just dig you to Rally really easily.
Yeah.
It plays really well with the Rally. Like you end step the Rally, untap, cast Plumb the Forbidden, sacrifice all the creatures that would get exiled.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of stuff you can do with Rally in that card. So I've got, we're probably gonna see this card in older formats as
I think we will.
so impressed with it.
I think we will.
And I'll admit when I read the card, I didn't realize that you could sacrifice any number of creatures.
Yeah, I thought it was just draw 2, lose 2, read the bones kind of thing for a card, which is still fine. But the fact that Magecraft works with this, where each copy you trigger, just leads to some disgusting things with that, and just, Magecraft with the aggressive deck you played where it pumps your whole team is insane. Like, there's a lot of cool things to be done with this card.
Yeah, really just
scratching the surface, too.
Anytime you get to convert resources over for 0 mana, we see this a lot in sacrifice decks where the sacrifice outlets that see play are always the ones that have no mana in the activation cost. Anytime you have like 1 mana sacrifice a creature do something, it gets so much worse. And that's because you want to be able to sacrifice as many as you can on a given turn and get that combo element to it. And in order to do that, you need to be transferring the resources for 0 mana. That's what this Plumb the Forbidden card does. Really, really impressive stuff. And I love the shell that you have it in. Unsurprisingly.
Really cool stuff, and we are trying to combo here, going with just being able to ramp to Professor Onyx with our Elf Planeswalker, Tyvar, yeah, sorry, we haven't really cast this card much at all. It seemed like it was such a hype Planeswalker, and it is a good Planeswalker, but it forces you into one specific deck, and that does make it, not as great, but being able to ramp into this, and then maybe tap these Elves, sack, get a bunch of Magecraft triggers with just the static, and that's, before we even start activating Professor Onyx, it seems awesome. Yeah.
So you've got now, we played some Elves decks in last preview season, and they were okay, but they weren't they weren't enough more powerful than the just sort of good stuff Yorian kind of mid-range decks in order to justify being so synergistic. When you build around synergies, you open yourself up to opposing disruption, breaking up those synergies, right?
Exactly.
So you need to get paid off. You need to have it when your synergies come together, your deck needs to be a lot better than what other people are doing. And it didn't meet that bar. Now we've got this extra element with the synergies. When it comes together, you can just combo kill people. And Professor Onyx is just a fine card by itself. If you're sitting there trading resources, your opponent's played an extinction event on 4, drawn a couple of cards, and you slam a Planeswalker and start drawing cards yourself, you're in that game normally anyway. So Professor Onyx plays both combo and mid-range in this deck, a versatile card here.
Yeah, seems sweet. And you're playing with a card we haven't cast yet. And I mean, this card's insane. It is just, isn't it a 6-mana card?
It is. they misprinted our proxy, but I know. It's green, blue, blue.
Yeah. So and just make a creature that is bigger than your opponent's life total, almost always,
Little body of research here, make a creature essentially that's a bigger, probably like a 35, 40, something like that. And, we're comboing it with Footfall Crater. So at 7 mana, you can, if you have Footfall Crater on a land, you can body of research, give it trample and haste.
Or you can play that earlier. Play that on turn 1. Set up.
But you do need the land untapped. So you to tap to give the research haste. So it's a 7-mana combo. Or we do have 1 Kazul's Fury. We can have the big creature. And
wouldn't that be 8 mana then? Because you have to play that card and you have to have it.
That's why I'm saying play it earlier.
Okay. I get you.
If you want to do it all in one turn, it's 8 mana.
Okay.
It's 7 mana if you get the crater down earlier.
I like it.
But otherwise, just sort of a Temur ramp deck. We've got Cultivate. We've got Eureka Moment, which I like quite a bit in this deck. Just digs towards the combo, ramps you towards it. We're playing some, other big creatures. Behold the Multiverse to dig for the combo. Elder Gargoyle, Bone Crusher. Normal things.
Cool. I like it. Yeah, sounds like a really sweet deck. Both of our decks are awesome here.
Yeah,
so.
Y'all came through big for us this time, so thank you very much.
Fine work, everyone. All right, Rob, you got a question for us while we shuffle up for our third match here?
I had some questions about if y'all would ever think to try a show or standard without Throne of Eldraine.
Oh, it's been talked about. We've thought about it a lot, and once we get closer to rotation, we're definitely going to be doing something like that. For now, we just wanted to paint a full picture of what we think is going to be with Standard, and we kind of already essentially banned some Throne. We've been trying to really focus on synergies through Strixhaven, but yeah, someday we will be doing that. So it's on our radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably would have seen that if Historic hadn't been so fun for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and so
Historic
popular.
was awesome for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's still going to continue to be awesome. You know, next week I wouldn't be shocked if we do some really fun Historic shows.
Yeah, it's not all. We've
Yeah.
got the Mystical Archive now, and to see what things like Elite Spellbinder
Yeah.
and Plumb the Forbidden and whatever else Strixhaven has to offer.
Well, this is incredibly awkward, but it's almost worth it with what we top decked here, but really is awkward. Oh.
You just gonna keep the no fear?
I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, YOLO, we'll keep it.
I will keep.
All right, I'll play this, revealing this. Play Jasper. Pass to you.
I've got a Ketri Triumph.
Okay. Okay. I have a land, an Avenger, and I'll attack for 1.
I'm a 19.
Pass to you.
I have an island, and I'll stomp the Skemfar Avenger.
All right, I will draw a card and
So
lose
it's
a life.
another, doesn't it?
Oh, it is another. Okay. All right. Bummer.
Pass the turn.
I misread that card. All right. Well, that's a little awkward. I will attack for 1.
18.
I will play this card tapped, and I'll pass to you.
That is awkward. Okay, I have a Bark Channel Pathway, and I will pass the turn.
All right. End step, I'm going to sack this and draw 2. That's doing it right. That's what I was
Okay.
supposed to do.
18 all then.
All right. Draw 2. All right. That's...
Should have 18 all. Oh, of course.
Oh,
You've attacked twice with
yeah,
Sentinel.
you got it. All right. Sweet. That sounds about right. I'll play this,
That's fine.
and I'll pass to you.
And step, I'll stomp it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm learning is that Stomp is a good Magic card.
That is a fact. Yeah.
I'll play a Riverglide Pathway and pass the turn.
Okay.
Or actually, I'll foretell and then pass the turn.
Oh. Okay.
That would be the smart thing to do.
I'll play a pathway, and I'll go for the Planeswalker.
Okay. I saw it coming.
Pass to you.
Notably, with our red pathways, we want to avoid playing them on the red side because of body of research.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
Makes
that
sense.
could get us into a bit of an awkward spot, but I think we'll be fine. I have a Riverglide Pathway and a Bonecrusher Giant.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay.
You know what card Body of Research is awkward against?
Hmm.
Claim the Firstborn.
Yeah, holy cow. That's an interesting one. All right, I just got another Planeswalker. I'll make an elf if it resolves.
Yeah, it does resolve.
And I'll pass to you.
I will attack Tyvar.
I will block.
So, not going to be able to get value out of the static. You can really just make a 1/1 because you're not going to get value out of untapping anything. So, yeah, I think I'll sack Field Passage, got a Forest, and play Body of Research.
Oh, God.
So, I have 6 lands here 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. So, I have 46 in library.
Okay.
It's a 46 fractal. What are we using for fractals?
I guess.
The Goblin construct, or just this construct.
Okay.
And do we have any larger dice? No. Okay, I'm just gonna. It's a 46, so I'm just gonna represent that like this.
All right. Done.
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
I'm probably dead.
I forgot to bring in my D100 today.
Yeah.
I will play this.
Very powerful.
Get a 1/1 and pass to you.
Just a 6-mana 46.
That's what Magic is these days.
That's an interesting draw actually, because it'll force another chump block. Why did you do nothing with your turn? Maybe another Plumb the Forbidden?
Oh, because my draws have been incredibly awkward.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go how I had it set up. So Bonecrusher will attack Tyvar, or the Fractal will attack you.
Are you sure you want to attack me with that 46, 46?
Yeah.
All right, I'll block them both and I'll plum.
Yeah, so you're going to lose 3 from that. Brings you to 15.
Yep.
Draw 3.
15. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then I'll make a 45, 45.
Sure.
Then I'll pass the turn.
All right. Yep. I just casually have all the Professor Onyxes. I got some more Tyrells.
Well, so you can make a token, play Tyvar, make a token.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can stomp one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Admittedly, I kept a little bit of a loose goose. It was a triple Tyrell hand, but I had Jesper Sentinel and the 3-1. So I was like, if you don't stomp. And admittedly, I thought that 3-1 triggers off itself. So I was like, okay, I'll at least get that. But I
They
didn't
really should have made it trigger off of itself. Like, you got to play all
Oh,
elves.
come on. That
Pump
card's
the
not
card's
that
power
good
up a little
already.
bit.
Yeah.
Like, it could be a Midnight Reaper for elves.
Yeah.
It would not be too good.
Yeah, exactly. Not too overpowered. You just made a 46-46. So.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just what you get to do when you play Simic cards.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why that Planeswalker, Kazminia, or Kazuma, or whatever it is, when it was one colorless green-blue, I was like, oh, no, here we go. What does this do? And then I read it, and I'm like, okay, thank God.
Yeah.
It's bad.
You should probably be splashing blue in your deck.
Why not?
You don't... Even if you don't play blue cards, you'll probably draw better.
I'm going to try to not draw every Planeswalker in my deck this game. That's my goal.
So mulligan reasonably.
Off to a bad start. God damn it.
How many you got? 4?
I hate everything. I'll keep.
Okay, so that means he probably has 3. He probably has an Onyx and 2 Tybars.
Yeah,
I mean,
that sounds
the
about
entertainment value at least is here.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this is game 2. And a little bit of a slow hand, but I'll keep.
Here we go.
I've got a Triumph. Pass the turn.
Okay. Got a War Master, and I'll pass to you.
Oh, that is not a stomp.
Hooray!
So I guess I'll just foretell.
I like that.
Pass the turn.
Okay, that's a little awkward. I'll play this, get an elf. This one's green and black. No, they're all the same.
They're all green warriors.
Okay, and then I'll play forest and attack for 2.
I'm at 18.
Liam
Pass
Lonergan with the foresight, picking a great invitational token, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just play a cultivate.
Okay.
I'm going to get a forest and an island.
Okay.
Island in play, forest in hand, pass the turn.
One time. Of course not.
Want a Tyvar?
Something like that.
Herald?
Yeah, I got a Herald. I'll get this. Look at top 5. Reveal an elf, warrior, or the planeswalker. I think I'll just go with a Despair Sentinel. And then I'll attack for 6.
We'll go to 12.
Pass to you.
I think we need to draw something good this turn.
Something good's been declared.
Well, that does not count. Okay, I will play the forest you know about and pass the turn.
All right. Gotta assume you got yourself a counter spell there. All right. I'll start with a Despair Sentinel.
That resolves.
Token. Declare attacks.
Yep.
Let's get them on in there.
I will make a 3/3 shark.
Okay.
Draw a card.
Okay.
And I will block the Elvish War Master.
Okay, I'm going to plum, sacking this. 6, 7, 8. 2. I'm going to sack these 3, so I'm going to draw 5 cards. Lose.
Well, you're going to draw 6. Because you get the original
Yeah.
plum. So you have 4 cards off plum, 2 off Avenger.
6, maybe that's too many cards. 10, yeah, better not.
So that would be 4 cards.
Yeah, I think I'll go like this. So this would be 5 cards.
So draw 5, lose 5.
Yep.
Brings you to 15, and I'm going to take 8 from combat, going to 4.
2, 3, 4, 5. You go to 4.
Yep.
Then I will go with a forest and a Despair Sentinel, and I'll pass to you.
Having another 1-drop is probably cuts me off of any outs.
Yay!
Is that good enough? You have me at 4?
4. Yep.
Block. Yep, that is good enough.
Wow.
Just barely.
What card keeps you alive here? Good old Bone Crusher?
Elder Gargaroth.
Oh, God.
Because then I can block 2 things, gain 3, go to 7, and the Herald has menace, so I can't block that, and take exactly 6.
Mm-hmm.
But
that checks out.
I literally can't beat anything. Just trying to figure out how I want to set up for the next turn. And I guess, I'll play the red side of this pathway, Footfall Crater, the pathway itself, play Gargaroth, and hope I'm not dead.
All right. I don't know if you are. I'm hoping some of these do something.
You just don't know what your cards do.
No, I just got to do math here. So if I put something on that...
Plan to block those 2 and take 6. I guess I'd probably block a token, actually, so you don't draw as many.
Yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so a +1/+1 counter on this will do it?
No, because then I just block... +1/+1 counter on this.
Oh.
We'll do it.
Oh, yeah, because you cannot block
on any other creature, it would not.
Okay. Yeah, I have that, and +1/+1 counter on that, but it's so close to being fun. I could have Onyxed as well, but then we're a little short of being able to plumb for GGs, but
I had the body research. I had it.
Yes.
But other than that, I drew some Behold the Multiverses that were just slow and awkward.
Okay.
Yeah,
Behold's just not good card, I don't think. Like, I think Eureka Moment just replaces it at this point, you know?
Yeah, and you certainly probably don't want both.
Yeah.
But, I kept like 4 lands, those 3, just kind of a slow hand. I think I might have had the Crater too.
Yeah, if you had Stomp, that changes the whole game. That card is just so good against my deck.
Had 2 of them in game 1, won very easily.
Yep.
And 0 here was getting obliterated, almost top decked my way out.
Yeah, Gargaroth is one heck of a Magic card. Yeah. That turn, to be fair, I could have Tyvelled into Professor Onyx had you sacked Gargaroth, but then I would have died.
Yeah.
But
when I first drew the Gargaroth, I thought I was going to be able to Footfall Crater and give it haste too, and then I would have definitely been fine.
That would have been sweet.
That was not the case. So,
all right, everyone, we're splitting this 1-1 so far. We're gonna head to the sideboard, see what we got for our final match of Versus Live. Don't go anywhere. Sideboarding's coming up next.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Teamer Fractal Combo and Golgari Elves. I'm just going to
combo. Let's throw a combo in there too. Yeah.
On my side of things, the Beholds we saw were very clunky. I'm going to cut those. We don't need that much card advantage in this matchup when we have the combo finish. The Dispute is a very weak counterspell.
Yep.
Crush the Weakened Elder Gargaroth, obviously great against aggro decks. That's why they're here. And I've chosen to bring in a second copy of Negate because of the Planeswalkers in Corey's deck. Negate can also protect my creature, assuming Golgari deck is going to have some removal for the Fractal. I'm not bringing in Red Cap Melee. Might be a mistake.
Yeah, that card's bad.
But yeah, it's just like I need lands.
Yeah,
sacrificing a land in this deck is a huge cost. So
really
I just don't think it's something I can tenably afford. So I would probably make some changes to the sideboard were I building this deck. But as is, this is what I'm doing.
I like it. And for my end, just bringing in the 2 Baleful Mastery, being able to kill Gargaroth or the 46/46 is pretty good. You drawing a card is not a big deal. Taking out these 2, both of them are pretty weak. I would honestly like to take out more of each of these cards. This 1-drop just doesn't do it. And then a 3-mana Stomp target, not that great either. But for curve considerations, I just cut 1 of each.
Yeah, would really like to have one other good 1-mana elf, but for some reason they have not.
God, a certain Llanowar elf I think would be pretty sweet. Like, just give us
Llanowar. They can't give us that one.
Come on!
You can't let us go Llanowar elf into Llanowar Visionary into Elder Gargaroth in Standard.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right, but I would. What about the elf where it was just like 1 green, it adds a black mana or something? That's an elf, right? Or maybe that was it adds a white mana, huh?
So there's a human that taps for white. That's Aven's Pilgrim.
Yep.
There's an elf that taps for black. It's from the dark Elves of Deep Shadow. so
Yes.
it pings you when it does so.
That's right.
And there's also
Yeah, you better know your elves. You're the elf guy.
yes, there's also a black mana elf. It's called Gnarl Root Trapper.
Yep.
This is from one of the core sets. It's black for a 1/1. Tap, add green. Tap, pay a life, add a green.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only use it for creature spells. The mana.
Yeah.
And you can also tap to give target attacking elf death touch until end of turn.
Okay,
So it starts, once it's done making mana in the early game, it starts messing with combat.
I like it.
It's a pretty cool one.
I like it. All right, how many planeswalkers are we going to get this time? Oh.
I think Gnarl Root Trapper would be a fine reprint. I would not reprint Elves of Deep Shadow or Land Realm.
Yeah, probably not. Good call. Good call. All right, how's your hand?
Oh, very slow.
Okay.
I do have a temple.
Quite
Try to
awkward as
find
well.
something. But if I don't find anything off this temple, I'd be cycling Shark Typhoon on turn 2
Okay.
without anything to do on turn 3.
I'm guessing you do not have Bone Crusher Giants,
No.
huh?
Yeah, I've got a mulligan this one.
Okay. I'm going to keep mine, but it has its problems. We're hoping for the top of our deck to be friendly.
This deck is definitely light on interaction for creatures.
Yeah. How many Bone Crushers would you play if you could max out? Probably like 10?
Something, yeah. 10 seems
10
like a
seems
reasonable
pretty
number.
good. Card's bananas.
B-A-N-A-N.
All right, Rob, do you got a question for us at all while Ross shuffles up here?
I did have one question.
All right, what do you got?
Just maybe more clarification, but someone was asking, is Plum the Forbidden really better than Village Rites?
Yeah, the storm mechanic of it, it has pseudo storm, a weird kind of storm built in. That's what leads to the combo stuff here. Village Rites is a good card. And, for 2 mana, if you only sack 1 creature, it's a worse Village Rite. Yeah. But it's the fact that you can really go wide in response to a Wrath of God. You can sack 4 creatures to draw 5 cards. With all the mage crafts, you're just a combo deck. That puts it above for me. But if we would have looked at the set right away and just looked at that card compared to Village Rites, that is what I was saying. I was like, just Village Rite seems like a better card. But as we've been starting to discover it, I think it's the ceiling is so up there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think Village Rites would be better as just sort of a generic value card because it's a little bit cheaper and you're usually not sacrificing too many creatures to it.
Yep.
So if you think back to, like an Rakdos sacrifice deck, I would probably rather play Village Rites.
Probably.
In any deck that is taking advantage of Magecraft in any way, and especially one like this that is playing a bit of a longer game, a little less aggressive, so that as Corey said, you get that sweeper protection built in. Those additional roles that the card plays in your deck means that I'm happy for it to be a little bit worse in the main role in order to be a more versatile card.
I like it. Well said. Well said. All right, bring it on. How's your second hand?
Still not great, but it's a keep.
Okay.
I think we've got to get rid of this one.
All right, let's see.
I will lead on Riverglide Pathway.
All right.
Actually,
Awful.
I will not lead on Riverglide. I'll lead on Bark Channel Pathway.
Okay, I'm going to lead on a tapped swamp. I'll pass to you.
Now I'll play Riverglide Pathway and Foretell.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right, I'm going to go with a Elvish Warmaster and pass to you.
Forest Cultivate.
Okay.
Going to get an island onto the battlefield and a mountain into my hand.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Sweet. All right, I have an attack for 2.
I'll go to 18.
I'll play a Jasper Sentinel, and then a tap Snarl, and I'll pass to you.
Likely no other lands in hand. Yeah, I'll slam this Gargaroth.
Gargaroth? Uh-oh.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Yeah, that's terrifying. Jesus. Ugh.
It's 4 mana, so all his removal spells are live.
Yeah, just drew incredibly awkward here. Tilt. Yeah, no real choice here. But to play Herald, get an elf. Trigger. 5, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll get this, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I will attack with Gargaroth and make a 3/3.
Okay, don't have very good blocks through a removal spell, so yeah, I think I'll just take it.
Brings you to 14.
Yep.
Then I will play Cultivate.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna do Island Forest again. We'll put the island onto the battlefield, forest into hand, and then play the forest for turn. And then it'll be you're up.
Okay. I have a land.
So I can play Tyvar here and then untap one of them in order to generate 6 to play the Onyx. Then you could potentially -3 with the Onyx and at least deal with the Gargaroth, but the Beast would then attack the Onyx down or the Tyvar. But you would at least untap with one of your Planeswalkers and deal with my Gargaroth.
Yeah, that's some cool stuff. Yeah, I'll try to play the Tyrell.
Okay, I'll counter it.
Pass to you.
More scared of that one than just Onyx. Hopefully it doesn't have Onyx plus second Tyvar. It's going to be a kind of a hard card for me to kill with all the blockers Corey has.
Fair enough.
And the beasts do not have vigilance, but yeah, let's get in for a 9 and make another beast. Just put pressure on Corey.
Debating just trading the Herald for a beast. It's not that great, but what else am I really doing? Yeah, I'll take it.
Taking 9, go to 5.
Down to 5.
I will play Eureka Moment on my main phase.
Okay.
No land for it, and I'll just pass the turn.
All right. On tap, draw. Oh my god. Top deck the land I needed. Gotta love the snarl.
That would have been, 6 for the Onyx.
Yeah, that would have been pretty sweet, but instead I just have a Tyvar.
Yeah, I countered the first one. I'll counter this one too.
All right, and I'm dead. GG.
Are you actually dead?
Yeah, I can. Once you start chumping with elves, you're, what are you going to do? I just have to start chumping away, so.
I mean, you're at 5.
Yeah, sure. Go
right? You get to block.
Yeah,
block.
I'm going to lose.
You just need to draw land.
For what?
For the Onyx next turn.
Yeah, all right, here you go.
Okay, I just wanted to draw land so I could combo you.
Okay.
And I did.
Thanks.
So do I have the mana for it, so I can play Body of Research, Footfall Crater the Pathway. It's very large. You gotta let me combo you.
I mean, I knew I was dead. I knew I was dead.
But just straight up, like if I have nothing, right? You could have left I would have made another beast, but you could have blocked in such a way that you survived at 1 and had a token left. And if you draw untapped land, you deal with the Gargaroth, and I have a 3/3 against your 1/1.
I was dead.
You would have had no resources left, but you wouldn't. Yeah. I agree. Your chances of winning the game were very low.
I was dead. All right, we got time for a pity game at least. See if we can do some stuff.
The Temple of Tilt.
Yeah, always.
Once
All right,
you,
Rob, you got a question?
Once you stop playing Yorion decks, your draws got a lot worse.
My draws were awful with the Yorion deck. What are you talking about? I didn't.
Yeah,
have
Ross,
white
you
mana
reverse
for the entire
sweeped him. What are
time.
you talking about?
I just remember the first couple games when you just curved a bunch of. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
we
and then I
played five.
didn't have a white mana in my white-based deck for the last game.
We played 5 games of that match. Didn't
Yeah, we did.
Basically, your first 2 draws of the day were very good,
Exactly.
and then the rest of them were awful.
It's been garbage. Yep, garbage city.
Not been a great day from the Baumeister side of things.
Oh my god. Just another piece of trash hand.
How many lands are in your deck?
I don't know.
Rob, how many lands are in his deck?
It's like 22 with maulings.
There are 20 actual lands.
Yeah, so 23.
Yeah, 23.
Are there any?
Or no,
Awakenings in your deck?
23, then 3 Academium's Awakenings.
And then 3 maulings. So yeah, 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of count the tapped ones as half a land,
Yeah.
so it's like 24 and a half. That's a reasonable number for that deck.
Yeah. Well,
I do love me some Aghanim's Awakening with Tyvorkel.
yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I'll keep.
All right, I got a Snarl with a Forest and a Despair Sentinel. Pass to you.
I have a. Do I want to start on the Triumph here or play a Temple? Try to find something. Got a decent number of tap lands. I think it's pretty valuable for me to find a Stomp. I will leave that on top though.
I got a 3/1 and I'll attack for 1.
I am at 19.
Pass to you.
I will play an island. And Foretell.
All right. I will play a Herald trigger. I will get that creature and hit for 4.
Brings me to 15.
Yep, pass to you.
I'll scry with this Temple.
Okay.
Put that to the bottom. And pass the turn.
On tap. A draw. Okay. Yeah, I'll jam this into a counter spell.
Resolves.
All right. That's not bad. No, anything I do want to do with the mana? Not really. So I think I'll just make an elf, and then I'll declare tax.
I'll take 7, go to 8.
All right, pass to you.
Okay, I'll play Crush the Week.
Sounds about right. And the exile as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Pass the turn.
Nice one of.
I thought so. I was really hoping you,
Your go.
Oh. Interesting. Let's foretell a card
Okay.
and pass the turn.
I'll untap. I'll draw. Cool. I will play a land. Attack for 1.
I'm at 7.
And we'll make an elf.
Yep.
And I'll pass to you.
And step, I'll cycle his Triumph.
Okay.
Let's play a forest and footfall crater of the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Pass the turn.
It looks like it's on, huh? Okay. I will make a 1/1 and I'll attack for 2.
I'll go to 5.
Pass.
Three in hand.
3 in hand. All busted.
Okay, I'll. That's not the card I wanted to play. I want to play this card.
Okay.
And we want to leave up... I'm not going to be giving it a haste, so I'll leave up the 2 temples and pass the turn.
All right, instead I'll try to kill it.
I will see that coming.
Okay. Untap, a draw. It's pretty cute. All right. I'll tap this for black. I got an Agadeem's Awakening for my 3 creatures.
Okay.
Trigger.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have this. And
What did you find out the Herald?
Duskwielder.
Okay.
Yep. Then I will put a counter on this.
Untap it.
Attack.
The Kane's Death Touch.
Death touch,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah, I'll go to 3.
And then I will cast Duskwielder, and I'll pass to you.
Well, I don't like how confident Corey's seeming, but I gotta go for it. Play Body Research.
Nice.
Make a giant thing, give it trample and haste.
Oh yeah, I'm dead.
Okay. I thought you had like the 2 mana because you left an elf up still.
Yeah, no, didn't have it. Didn't have it.
Yeah.
I had to try to kill Gargaroth to try to push through for lethal. I figured you had saw it coming, but not too much I could do.
Yeah. I got on turn 2 I could have foretold either one, and I got very punished for foretelling the Crush the Weak first. I didn't realize I didn't have a second blue untapped.
Okay.
To play this on turn 3.
So,
and then you played the Tyvar into it.
Yeah.
it didn't matter there, but all of your creatures were exiled from the Crush, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my Agadeems just did nothing.
Sure.
Yeah, they totally were. Yeah, because I didn't draw cards. So yeah, I was especially crushed. Yeah.
So on turn 3, I played a tap land, hoping to just bluff the Saw coming. You wouldn't play the Tyvar.
Yeah.
And then the next turn, I'd get to go Crush from play 4th land, play 1 mana Crush, have Saw coming up, and then you play the Tyvar. I got massively punished.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just counter that, untap, Crush you.
Yeah. The only reason I played it is because I drew second.
Yeah.
Planeswalker. Otherwise, I was just going to attack, say go. But yeah, I didn't put it on the 1 Crush. Yeah, it's a 1 of like, if you had it, you're going to win like basically 90% of the games because that just always will kill all my creatures.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then when you didn't do anything, I have to assume you have removal. So I just decided to wait with the counter spell, play I drew the Footfall Crater, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because that let me the following turn play Elder Gargaroth, counter removal spell. You can play another removal spell on it, and I have the combo backup.
Yeah, and I could have just not killed Gargaroth and tried to win with the creatures I had, but especially since Agadeem's Awakening was an illegal spell, I wasn't beating a Gargaroth.
Yeah,
exactly. Let alone a 46 haste. So yeah, GG's. That looked pretty sweet though too.
Yeah.
A little clunky.
It's definitely a little clunky. I think it needs more interaction early. I don't think the Beholds are necessary when you have Eureka moment.
Yeah, I just think that card is going to replace Behold. If at all you want it. Drawing 2 cards, the fact that you can't manipulate it and can get a land, I think that's just a better card. I think Behold was already pretty weak. But what I would like to see in that deck, that it's actually just crazy that it doesn't exist, is Azeka's Chariot. Copy that 46 even if you just play it on turn 6.
Well, it's a 0/0 with counters on it.
Oh, okay.
So
all right, that makes it a lot worse.
Yeah, not so good with Azeka's Chariot.
Okay, but
that would be
something
cool.
like that is still cool as a gap. Just to play something meaningful. It's just already a good card. Then I could see that deck just being like a Teamer Adventure deck with that as their win con, but it's probably not better than Goldspan Dragon stuff, realistically.
Yeah, probably not, but it's definitely cool.
Yeah, and I definitely got close to doing cool stuff with Professor Onyx, but wasn't quite able to put it together and combo kill you.
Yeah.
But still a cool deck as well.
Yeah, some awkward draws on your part. I think you could have used even a little bit more interaction and just be more like a mid-range deck.
Yeah.
Fewer of those poopy Duskwielders.
Yeah, Dustwheeler is not it. Yeah, that's not a good card. But you're right, though. You really need 1 more elf that costs 1 that's good. But they're just not really there.
I'm seeing those Mass Vandals. I could see a couple of those in the main. Those do some things, exiling Great Henges and Caskets and stuff.
Yeah. Not a bad card.
Yeah. Just so obviously like, that wouldn't be interaction in this matchup, but I'm just saying in general, like
Just
the deck
in the
needs to
broad
interact a
stream
little
of
bit
it.
more. You've got good card advantage. You have multiple planeswalkers. You have Plumb the Forbidden. You have Warmaster generating value. You have Herald generating value. You have Aghanim's Awakenings. Your deck actually, and Llanowar Visionary. Your deck generates a lot of card advantage going along.
Yeah,
which
and
is not something
Tyvar
you usually think
is
of
an
with Elf.
awesome card, but it's not a huge loyalty creature, so it became awkward at spots, and I drew a lot of them. But overall, still some pretty cool decks, that's for sure. So all right, that's going to bring us to the end here. We're going to thank some subs.
Before we get to the end, though, that does technically mean that Ross, you've won the Strixhaven preview season, right?
I've locked it up.
You've locked
it's
it
not
up.
over yet.
You've locked it up.
Corey
so
cannot possibly win.
This will be a preview of one of the days. I'll be full on wizard. So yeah, you know what? I like it anyways. It's just nice. This is a comfy little hat. Who's the real winner here? You know, I'm a wizard now, mother trucker.
I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to tell yourself to sleep at night.
I'm really just crying under this wizard hat, but it's a cloak.
You get the wizard hat. I get the broom.
Yeah. All right.
You're not going to be playing any Quidditch anytime soon.
That's true. I wish. All right. Well, GG's. Strixhaven was definitely your time to shine, I must say.
What can I say? I know who to go to for kooky deck lists, and it's Sam Black.
Yeah, Sam Black was the cheat code. I covered 0 Sam Black decks, and you got 2 or 3. That is what's up. His decks looked awesome, though. I mean, really check out his articles. He goes into detail about a lot of those decks too, and they were really good reads.
He even talks about all the other options. So if you thought like why aren't they playing this card or this card? Like, he goes card by card. Like here are the strengths and weaknesses in this type of archetype. Here's what I'm looking for, and then shows you the list. It's really well done.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, let's thank some subs. We're going to thank some sponsors, and we're going to head on out.
All right, we got 2 today. Pokemon Professor Millie Miltank for 7 months, and Mr. Hugsberry. So thank you to both of our subs today and to the rest of our subs.
And if you would like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. $7.99 a month will get you access to exclusive content from our fabulous staff of content creators, as well as some other perks, which are 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. So head on over to starcitygames.com/join-premium and sign up today.
Absolutely. And if you want to sit in one of these really comfy gaming chairs that we sit in every Tuesday and Thursday, you can by heading over to carnox.com/SCG. You can use that affiliate link to get yourself 10% off one of these awesome gaming chairs.
And our last sponsor is Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, I particularly like Corey's.
Yeah, this one's nice.
You can find their entire collection of t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers at coalesceapparel.shop. And if you use the gift code SCG when checking out, you'll get 10% off of your purchase there as well.
And they just released Rob's favorite shirt for sure. Rob's a big Run the Jewels fan, so that is
I'm probably going to have to end up getting one.
I know. I love Run the Jewels as well, so I might just have to buy it. Like normally we get our shirts sent to us from the main man Cedric, but I think I might just have to buy that one. That one's too cool, Support the cause there. All right, and next up we have Strixhaven cards coming out. We're going to be getting them very shortly here since they came out online. We usually get them not too long after that. So if you want to be one of the first people to pick up these cards and get some sealed products, you can here at Star City Games. Go to starcitygames.com/previews to check out how you can buy sealed product as well as individual cards.
Yeah, and if you want to pick up a little extra cash to buy some sweet Strixhaven product, you can always sell your cards to SCG, and the process has never been easier because there's so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can mail your cards into SCG and let them do the work for you. You can make an appointment to come into the store yourself. And if your collection is big enough, you can make that appointment to have Star City Games come to you. And as always, keep in mind that you do get a 30% store credit bonus when selling your cards.
Gotta love that. And last but not least here, we got the Star City Games online tour. The online tournaments coming back. We're taking the weekend off, but we will be back next week with some standard action to test out these new Strixhaven cards. It's going to be sweet. I want to play in that. That's going to be really the first big tournament that is standard. There's some historic events and stuff and, little tournaments going on left and right over the next course of the week. But next weekend, we're really going to see a picture of Strixhaven Standard and see if it gets shaken up, I want to try that Golgari deck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the cool thing is you're going to get results from the satellites on Friday and Saturday, and then everybody's going to have those results, and they're going to be metagaming against what they see in those tournaments for the Sunday event.
It's pretty crazy, honestly. The online tours for SCG really the first tournament on Friday looked nothing like the last satellite on Saturday. It's pretty cool how fast the metagame adjusts. That comes with a lot of data being cranked out, and I love looking through data to see, like, okay, what deck can sneak in here and be a good matchup against these decks. So yeah, check those out next weekend. And as always, 4 and 2 or better in one of the satellites. There'll be 4 each day on Friday and Saturday. If you go 4 and 2 or better, you qualify for the Strixhaven Championship qualifier on Sunday, and then 5 and 1 or 6 and 0 gets you 1 bye or 2 bye respectively. You can go to starcitygames.com/SCG Tour online for more information there.
And our final order of business of the day is the StarCityGames.com weekly sale. This week is just 50% off of select items. If you want to check out what is deeply discounted on the website right now, you can find all of that at StarCityGames.com/sale. And that's going to be going on until this coming Monday at 10:59 a.m. Eastern time. So take advantage of these last few days while you can to get yourself some sweet, sweet deals.
Absolutely. A lot of cool stuff going on as far as deals at Star City Games. So, all right, everyone, I want to thank you so much for checking out another week of Strixhaven Standard. Next weekend, we don't know exactly what we're going to be doing, but I want to play some Historic. I want to play some Historic with the decks that people have been playing. So we got to at least do one of those shows because Historic is going to be crazy here. So it'll be some exciting stuff next week. Make sure to look out for our Twitter accounts. We always ask for viewer-submitted decks. These last 2 decks we played were from y'all, and they're really cool decks, so we love getting your ideas. As sweet as they may be. So keep an eye on that over the weekend to contribute and maybe get your deck here on Versus Live. So, all right, everyone, that's going to do it for us. For Rob, Ross, Merriam, I'm Corey Baumeister. We'll see you Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye-bye.